I like that one. For fun. Hopefully it's fun, and hopefully we bring our streak up to 4. Let's go, Chad. As I mentioned earlier, we'll be following this up, win or lose, with 1 or more punishment games, depending on how long this takes. My streams have been taking a long time lately. But that's okay. It can take as long as it bloody wants, as long as I win. If I take a long time and lose, then I'm really rather sad. Niao offers us options. They're not very good. I think I'll be taking that random rare relic, because as I mentioned before, I've gone off of trading away the Burning Blood. That heal 6 means a lot more than healing 6. And the upgrade would just go on Bash, and whilst Bash Plus served me very well in the last run, that was serviced enormously by having the Champion's Belt, which meant Bash was actually a block card by weakening my foes. It's going to be random rare, but beforehand, let's take a look at the map here. For the love of God, if anyone can remember how to do presets for the colouring of the map, I'd love to know. I had it figured out, and now I don't. I swear there was a way to make buttons appear here that would set my colours, but they are not set. Rests in blue, elites in red, shops in yellow. I just want it to always be like that. I did manage to set it, and now it's unset, and I don't know how. Because it's not like I changed any of my settings between having this game and playing this game and not. The early shop is kind of nice insurance for not losing all of our money. Could be a card remove, could more likely be a potion or 2 in preparation for the elite. We can have elite, rest if we need, another elite, another elite, another elite. 4 elite path with 3 rests or 3 rest sites total seems rather good. Although what seems perhaps even better is to slam the spicy elite, have a shopping opportunity, and have the same ending that we do here. Either way, I think we get over to you. How do we get to you? Do I want the early shop? I say we take 2 combats and then we make a decision. I can always go for the 3rd combat, get all 3 easy fights out of the way, either there or there. Well, maybe better before the shop. But yeah, we'll come here and we'll make a decision. Either way we get to there, and then we will make our decision about spicy or non-spicy. And let's assume that things go terribly. I have some outs. I can take, if I end up here, I can take this rest instead of the elite. If I end up here, again, I can wimp my way out. Makes her a weaker act, but survival is paramount. And this is an excellent, excellent layout for the map. I often talk about whether a map layout is good or not, or if I don't know if it's good or not. And it comes down to a few things. Can you attack a lot of elites? You might not be ready to, but the option to gain up to 4 relics is rather nice. But optionality is a huge part of it. I have no idea how slotted I'm going to get in these combats. And when you're in just a straight line with no other option, then too bad. You know that death is waiting for you when these fights go horribly. But when you have a situation like this where we have so many options that go to different places with different follow-ups, that is optionality, and optionality is good, but does this random rare relic make it even better? Oh, wow! What an amazing relic, the gambling chip. Ironclad can struggle in his draw until he gets his hands on some battle trancing, offering, burning pacting, but the gambling chip can let us re-roll up to 5 cards at the very start. S-tier relic for sure. Ah, S-tier enemy. So, because he keeps coming in with his big hits, but I would like to block that hit, so we're going to throw our cards away and hope that we draw defend. 2 of the 6 cards, and we roll 3 of them. Bring on the defend. Of course. Well, I hope he's striking me this turn because I got my defends. Ah, right. The dreaded Jawworm has learned how to play the game. The gambling chip has let me down. On the plus side, we only lost max hit points from the Niao thing. On the downside, everything else. Wow, Ascender's Bane is still there. This could backfire tremendously badly, but I don't want to take that full 17. If I block and bash... Oh god, do I actually have to bash strike here? Is it that bad? He's already got his 5 strength. If I bash him, 3 strikes will kill him next turn. But we have an Ascender's Bane here, so that could go... It's quite unlikely, actually, that I managed to do that. If I bash strike him, then 2 strikes will kill, right? Bash strike takes him down to 2 strikes killing, yes. Otherwise, you know, if I don't draw the strikes, I draw the defense. So you have to imagine I'll be okay. Let's take a chance. Hedge our bets. Crunch. Aha. Hedging my bets, he said. This could still go very badly. I should not have hedged my bets. Strike, strike, strike only does 18. 90 to 21. Bash strike won't do it either. Jawworm has really learned to play this game. I'm getting destroyed here. Granted, the draw order pierced through my gambling chip to be awful there. We low roll the gold, we do get a potion, and then we get nothing but uncommon cards. Very nice. I think I've taken that uppercut. And the uppercut's a good contender for an upgrade. Deals weak, deals vulnerable, upgrades to do even more of both of those things. Good card, strips artifact. We're fighting Slime Boss. That weakness could come in really handy. Take the uppercut. Was it Jawworm that learned how to play, or is it us that has forgotten? No, I don't think I made a mistake in that fight. Obviously, in hindsight, it was a mistake not to just take the full 17 and secure the kill. That cost me quite a bit of extra damage. But my logic was sound. Alright, Cultist is here. Cultist is here to... Oh, this is actually a rather nice order. I can uppercut into striking, which has to be better than 3 strikes, right? 3 strikes is 18, but this is more than that. No need to throw anything away here, and we have defends for when he starts getting aggressive with me. You have to imagine that's good, right? Whack. Yeah, Ironclad can recover, that much is sure. For sure. Do I take this 1 to do what exactly? I have almost full block next turn anyway. Bashing him deals 8, brings him into 3 strikes kills territory. I'll take that 1. I'll play your game. Less of that zombie ant, and I think you know that. What did I say about 3 strikes kills territory? Strike, 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 down you go. Again with the uncommon card, but Reckless Charge is not usually my go-to. The Dazed would be fine if it went into your discard pile, but it goes into your draw pile, so it can be really reckless. Decent free damage, but I'd rather have an Anger. Fortunately, I don't have to settle for Anger. We get Pummel Strike. Come on, Pummel Strike. Now I'm faced with options. Do I like these options? I'm going to go for here. That way we get our 3 easy combats, as much money as we can amass up for the shop. And then I should have no good reason not to slam into this elite. Especially if we get another potion here. Let's go for it. Ah, this fight. This fight blows. Fortunately, Pummel Strike will take out the small acidic slime. And also, fortunately, neither of them are attacking, so I don't need defense here. Do I really want to draw more? I suppose I do. That's fine, I suppose. What else you got? Yeah, uppercut. Not bad. Unfortunately, we're taking some guaranteed damage next turn, because he's going to make me frail. Oh well. There was the idea to focus the spiky slime instead of the smaller slime, actually. Just defend here for 3. Yeah, just defend here for 3. Means we're not coming out here healing, sadly. That's 7. We only heal 6. But he's not coming for another attack. I, on the other hand, am coming for another attack. Away you go. Attack potion. Oh, good. So we got both the potions. Disarm is there to make nothing really easier in this fight. Slime Boss plus Evolve. What a combination. Could be going that way. Evolve also plays against the Sentries pretty well, and we're about to run into an elite. I mean, Disarm has a lot of uses. If I was fighting the Guardian right now, who is traditionally the Ironchad's worst matchup in Act 1, I'd certainly take Disarm to trivialize the fight, but he's not there, so I guess we go Evolve. And what do you have for me, Merchant Man? No, no! My 100% win rate relic, and I can't afford it. No medical kit for me. I could get going in the strike removes already. Notably, we've added no block into the deck. This is an amazing relic, and it's now out. The Horned Cleat. Drop kick to go with my uppercut and my bash. For $81 dues. Knowing that I don't have to buy a potion, that's really rather tempting. And I can afford it with the Shrug It Off. I don't like paying for a common card, but I do not have any good block added here. Double tap is what I'd pick. Why? Tell me whys, tell me sweet little whys. Yeah, you can double tap bash and uppercut, but they're not exactly premium damage cards right now. I'll take that drop kick, it's just free damage. Our enemies are very likely to be vulnerable with our uppercut and bash, and opens up some infinites. Can't remove, but I have to think about that shrug now. Could also think about taking the flex pot. Could chuck away the weak potion, grab the flex pot. The weak potion blocks 10 against Lagavulin. 2 turns a week again with him. It also can mitigate disastrous draws against the Gremlin Ob. Have to imagine I'll be fine, but I think I want that Shrug It Off. Or I could save my money, though. I mean, we're looking at like 90 additional gold here to this shop. Plus whatever this is. Could be money in the chest. I could open at least a relic over here. Let's just be aggressive. Ah. Well, I should have taken this question mark, then I would have had the money from this event to go into the shop and buy a relic. Then again, it would have just been medical kit. I'm not sure that would be truly worth it. I don't think I want to lose all of my gold. I don't want to lose that health either, but... Give me the dosh. Alright, 44, 2 potions. Can't be that bad against Luggy. Especially knowing that I can get Evolve down and get a Sender's Bane out of my face. This is a horrible draw pile, so I certainly don't want to open right now. Although, interestingly, I can uppercut and drop kick and pummel strike him right now for decent opening damage, but as I've mentioned, this is a pretty horrible draw pile to have. Yeah, getting Evolved down and getting a Sender's Bane out of my face early would be rather nice, because I'll draw 4 here, and then I'll draw 5, and then I'll have an actual turn to open up on him with. Let's give it a go. Not afraid of using my potions here. Come on, a Sender's Bane and Evolve, please. Nice. And then we'll see what we end up with. For the actual opening. That's bad. That's pretty damn bad. The weak potion won't really play now because I'll be able to get him weakened with uppercut. Yeah, that's a bad opening on Luggy. Well, what can you do? Strike is actually better than drop kick. Alright, in he comes. There's my uppercut to weaken the fool. But no blocking against this, so weak potion is being deployed immediately to save me some health. Is that true? Don't know what damage is coming my way. I want him vulnerable so my dropkick actually plays, though. Am I scared enough to double potion? Potion chance is only at 30%. That spicy elite might not be happening at this rate. If Pommel Strike draws me dropkick, no it won't, of course, it's just defends and strikes here. Could also just defend bash. Defend bash weak potion. Yeah, but is Laggy dying that way? Possibly not. Don't let me down. That was probably a poor idea, considering that I'm going to be defending this turn anyway. Or am I? Hard to deny that 19 damage. Might need to do that 9. I can always rest next node. No laws against that. But the damage should look pretty good next turn. Should. I have my attack potion if things go really badly. Yeah, there's my drop kick. It plays. It draws. 1, 2, 3. It's looking pretty bad for the fight, really. I have to see what's in the attack potion then. Does it really? I can reapply the vulnerable, or I'm going to be -2 strength next turn. So what are we dealing? We're dealing 12 and 9. That's 21. Bring him down to 48 and vulnerable. There's no way I'm doing 48 next turn. Alright, attack potion, help me out. Oh, that helps me out. So does that. Fiendfire looks good. What's that? 50 damage. And weakened or not, you have to imagine that he's going down next turn. Maybe not. Maybe not. On the other hand, the drop kick is 1 bit of free energy and a bit more draw. It's actually not an easy call to make there, because Fiendfire needs to blow away all of these cards, which means I don't get to really play anything else. Yeah, Bash and Fiendfire is what I'm thinking. It's slightly more damage. Keeps him vulnerable as well. You have to imagine that's best, because Fiendfire is free. Alright, hopefully he dies now. Otherwise I'm taking a lot of damage. Hopefully he dies now. There was never any doubt. Whew, had to double pot out of that. So we get the pen nib, we get a replacement potion, and we get a second drop kick. Okay. I might be a big old wimpy right now, because if I've got 2 drop kicks, I have the easiest infinite available in this game, as long as I slim down my deck and I keep my opponents vulnerable. So if I upgrade uppercut, remove these strikes, we just drop kick our way to victory. That gives us a very, very good late game solution. However, early game it puts us in a bit of a risk. It's not a lot of output. And I've gone and cornered myself, in a manner of speaking. This is either Sentries or Gremlin Orb, and I just got rid of the good attack potion for Gremlin Orb. I say we go here, rest. Oh, but if I go here, I also have to take on another elite. That's very risky. On a run that now wants to mitigate risk. Of course, these are advanced hallways, and they could get very, very deadly very quickly. Could be Slaver and Slime. And can you get Slaver and Jawworm? Whatever the case, it's dangerous. Yeah, slamming into 2 elites now with 30 health and 1 iffy potion's a bit reckless right now. And I do not have good block. That is to say, any block to deal with sentries. So sentries would destroy me right now. I think I have to take a cowardly route right now. Only Slaver and Slime. Okay, Slaver and Jawworm would be over the top. Hey, going here means 2 elites. That is more than I can handle right now. I think I might go this cowardly way, but it's still a lot of regular combats. Maybe this chest can help me out. Okay, so yeah, taking way too much damage here and spending my potions was quite grim. Slaver and Slime is over the top already. Hopefully it's not... Oh dear, run could be coming to a very swift end right now. The Gremlin gang is here. I have no area of effect to deal with them. Troubling, isn't it? Yeah, for fun, for sure. I can largely ignore the mad gremlin, but the fat gremlins will weaken me, vulnerable me, and Gremlin Wizard's going to start smashing me for 30 as soon as he charges up in 2 turns. Could be my other potion gone pretty swiftly. The idea of keeping a block behind just to deal with something seems promising as well. Alright, let's give it a go. Didn't get Von for the drop kick. Quite bad. Strike drop kick doesn't kill anybody either. Am I just going to YOLO the top 3? Decent chance of hitting Bash or Uppercut, but I think I have to here. Although, go figure, it's all going to hit Mad Gremlin, make him angry, and still not make me able to kill him. Help me out, please. Does hit the Mad Gremlin, but it makes him vulnerable. opening up the opportunity for this. The opportunity for this. There we go. That saved me big time. Still vulnerable and weak, and this guy does need to die. Pretty huge priority right there. Of course, then again, so does the fatty. 9, what does this go up to, like 5? Or does it go up to 6? It just goes up to 5. How regrettable. Alright, well, I need to deal 25 next turn. Maybe I should have just taken my hit. Bash drop kick should help out a lot there. Well, with it pen nib, that's got to help out a bit. Okay, that was terrifying. I lost my potion. I don't have much to show for it, sadly. Spot weakness is not particularly good against Slimbo. Second pommel strike's debatable since it's not upgraded. Could have done with a block card. Maybe I really should have bought that Shrug It Off earlier, because I'm no longer able to path into this shop. I don't think I want any of these. Slime Boss looks like he's going to have his filthy way with me at this rate. Oh, well, might be changing my mind about that elite. Heal 22 is here. Take the heal 22 and rush into the elite. It's an idea. It's not a bad idea at that. Go on then, believe. Play attacks, gain energy, makes drop kick energy positive. Yoink. Ah, the sentries. As long as I get my elite down nice, my evolve down nice and early, can't be that bad. Try and take out the side one that's the lowest health. There's my evolve. Alright, so this will hurt, but hopefully not too much. Could do some defense to get me through this. Oh, nothing but defense. Could take 15, could take 5. The problem is this fight just gets worse and worse until this thing dies. And that's the problem of having no good block cards here. No Feel No Pain either. But with the evolve I have a lot of draw, so you have to imagine I'll be drawing back to my defense in due time. Come to think of it, I don't really have any good damage cards either. Deck kinda sucks. Well, that's why we took the heal 22. And there's my draw. What a draw engine. Decent chance to uppercut and drop kick my way to victory if I just get rid of your artifact right now. Sure. Thank you, Drawing Dazes. And there it is. Give me energy, give me draw, give me energy, give me draw. And then don't take all this damage. And now... Well, we're not safe, but we're safer. Safer. No defending, you say. Alright, well, that's just 10 on the chin. Nothing stopping me going for a rest soon, is there? Yeah, I might even rest into this elite. That means no upgrades, period. Quite bad, but... Well, no buts. Well, I got this to just slaughter you, which is rather nice. Slaughtering is good. And there's no real use to the defense. No, you're really used to anything here. Might still be taking damage here. This is our guaranteed draw right now, so I get to defend once. Yay. Oh, energy. Thank you, Nunchaku. I feel like I missed my Nunchaku energy at some point earlier. Alright, that should be that. Any attack that isn't drop kick takes you out. However, why not advance the Nunchaku? And the pen nib. Whoa! Fossilized Helix just took care of Slime Boss. I can just let him hit me first try, block it entirely, and then set up my Hitmonlee deck. Nice. Carnage is a big chunky attack that goes away on its own if I don't play it. An excellent upgrade, but I don't think I can afford upgrades except maybe here. And that upgrade is almost certainly going on Uppercut to prolong the weakened Vuln. Does Warcry save anything good? I wonder about that one. The deck is already pretty energy dense. What does he mean by that? I got two cost attacks. What I need is some draw. Yeah, there's Pommel Strike and Dropkick, but those are just self-cycling draw, because it's only draw 1. Could do with some big chunky blocks, some good draw, and some energy generation. None of these are those. The issue is that for Slime Boss, I can't actually whittle my deck down. The deck just gets fatter with more slimes, and eventually you run into issues with Clogged Hand. I think I have to take this Carnage and use Pen Nib to make Carnage a big chunky damage card. I don't want to, but it does exhaust on its own, which is a pretty good sign. Let's do that. And I think I want to go here, here, and here at this rate. 50% chance Knob, 50% chance Lagavulin. You saw what Lagavulin did to me last time. I need some way to get rid of all these strikes. The shop, obviously, I missed. Yeah, Power Through would be nice. Power Through Second Wind. Lovely combination. Oh well, gotta get stronger. Fungal Beast is not normally a troublesome situation. Nice thing about Gambling Chip is you can see what the enemies are doing as you make your decision here. Not much of an evolve fight, frankly. I just keep the defend and chuck everything else? Or do I just chuck everything, period? Well, there's that big chunky Carnage. What I can do is I can Pommel Strike into you and then Pen Nib the Carnage on the Fungal Beast. Farewell. Unfortunately, I'm vulnerable this turn, but fortunately, I have Uppercut and 2 drop kicks coming up. Uppercut and 2 drop kicks coming up. Oh, also I have my my Fossilized Helix. I better not forget about that. Well, there's Second Wind. It's not Power Through. I don't do enough exhausting currently to make Dark Embrace all that worth it, but the Second Wind is a big chunky block card, and it gets rid of cards that I might not want to see again, so get in here, Second Wind. Now we're desperate for a Power Through. Oh, how about desperate for another Relic? Energy. I love the Happy Flower, and it loves me. Oh yeah, there's no way I'm keying that. Come on then. Still want to rest here. This Elite has a very, very good chance of slaughtering me. That said, with the Fossilized Helix, you have to imagine we could take it on. I'm just not confident enough. Deck has so many ways to brick because I haven't been upgrading and I haven't been removing. But we know it's not the Sentries, so the Fossilized Helix always works out well. It either blocks 20 from Laga, or it blocks, hopefully, the big hit from Angry Red Man. Might not, though, because as mentioned before, my block game is still quite poor. Either way, I'm definitely resting here. I mean, if I wasn't resting here, I'd be resting here because it's Slime Boss, and Slime Boss is, even with his Helix, quite scary. Gonna be mortified if I get through this without actually taking any damage. It is Luggy. And my Evolve is here already. I could just Evolve Bash, and then potentially set up for a big chunky thing next turn. So I probably don't want to get rid of these cards. You know, drawing further down just gets rid of good things that my Bash could trigger on. Carnage, the drop kicks, even Uppercut will do extra damage, so we'll keep what we have right now. And as I said, just bash, because it won't wake him up. Makes him vulnerable for next turn, but doesn't wake him up. And why did I play Evolve? There's no status effects here. Well, it stops Evolve coming back on the draw pile, which is a pretty good use for it. And he's wondering what's going on. And, well, I'm not committed to waking him up this turn if I don't draw good stuff here. Not committed. Still not committed. I can triple strike, though. It's not bad. 9, 9, and 9. And then next turn... Next turn I cannot Carnage safely. Although there's no telling what the draw order will be here. Could Purge to defend, but I think I'd rather get the damage in. No potions to bail me out here, so I better be confident of what I'm doing. Alright, the energy plays. Look at this. Uppercut. Into dropkick. Into pen-nibbed Carnage. Pretty good. Bonk. I feel nothing. Nothing but satisfaction at a job well done. Get the hell out of my face, Luggy. Perfect. Not so perfect as finding the Matryoshka after you've just opened 2 chests. Matryoshka is one of those horrible relics. It does nothing. You'd rather it does something the moment you get it, but instead you have to wait until you find a chest. And if there's Cursed Key as my only energy option, I might not want to do that. And also, the extra relic it gets is never a rare relic. 75% chance common, 25% uncommon. I do, however, get a potion, which is not particularly useful for the upcoming situation. Bloodletting, huh? Well, how about that True Grit into True Grit upgrade? Gets rid of the strikes. And I'm going to have time to do things like that in this upcoming fight. And I do need a way to block better and make my deck nice and dense so I can just Hitmonlee my way to victory. Bloodletting's pretty nice, though. But I don't have the draw to justify Bloodletting right now. I'll take that True Grit into upgrading True Grit. Alright, bring it on, Slimbo. Oh, we got Bash into Dropkick immediately. Gotta get going with that damage. Unfortunately, if I draw into Carnage, Carnage is just gone, but them's the breaks. Ah, how about Bash into Dropkick, and we don't waste our time with Carnage. Not a bad opener on Slimbo. Farthest Frontier, it'll be back eventually. It's just notably not here right now. Definitely want that Evolve down. I'm on 4 energy, which could be seen as good. I certainly see it as good. Uppercut him, keep him weak and vuln. Pummel strike him. There's Carnage, though, and I really don't want to draw Carnage. 1 in 4 that I draw Carnage with Pummel strike here. Which might mean we Pummel strike first. And potentially we don't play the uppercut if I draw Carnage. I don't draw Carnage. I like that True Grit, but maintaining weak and vuln, or maintaining the vuln at least, ensures that Carnage... I don't have the energy to pen nib the Carnage, which would be the coup de grace against this freak. But Carnage itself is going to bring him down into Splitsville. That could itself be a problem. So does that mean we do something unorthodox, like just tank the big hit, and then try and set up a pen nib on Carnage? Feels like more work than it's worth. Currently the uppercut's taking him down to, what's that, 80-something? Carnage, you have to imagine there's going to be attack that comes with it. If it's dropkick, more vuln. Alright, go for it. You have buffer regardless. Yeah, I know I've got buffer. I just... When you have a good thing, try and make it even better, Krishing. Well, I said I can't do the pen nib, but would you look at that, dropkick is here to bail me the heck out. Goodbye, slime boss. Brrrp. Life is good. And now even if they come and do their dastardly double attack, double 18 is possible, single 18 is certainly manageable. How about we just say no to slimes? Yeah, I like saying no to slimes. That resting, biggest waste of my time ever. I want to charge up my pen nib and nunchaku a little bit more. Same with the happy flower, actually. So I'm going to let him split. Time to split. And then you're gone, and you're gone. Good enough. Ooh, fantastic. Last time we got Fairy in the Bottle in Act 1, it lasted us all the way to Act 4. So you're coming with me, Navi. Or Tattle, or Tail, whichever your favorite one is. Corruption offers us a brilliant opportunity to slim the deck down to Hitmonlee. So the goal right now is get rid of the strikes, have a way to get rid of all the skills and powers, which Corruption gets rid of the skills and powers get rid of them by just playing them, and then just get my deck down to drop kick, and some source of vulnerability, be it Bash, Uppercut, if I can find it, a Shockwave, if I'm really good, a Bag of Marbles. True Grit can get rid of strikes, but it's a bit slow. Corruption will get rid of the defense. Notably, that leaves me without good skills to play to keep me alive. But maybe we can find something I feel no pain to deal with the block issue. Otherwise, double tap and brutality are not really the answers. Brutality is nice on draw, but I don't benefit from self-harm. In fact, I have the counter synergy self-harm relic with the Helix right now. Except for Offering. If the only thing Fossilized Helix does is block you from taking 6 damage every fight, then you've just gotten yourself a Burning Blood. And we all know how good Burning Blood is, so get in here, Corruption. Alrighty. The Commune bot is saying that they can't believe we made it through after those first 2 elites. Not only that, we scored 3 out of the 4 elites we were going for. I still think if we'd gone this way, we were very, very dead. Going this way seems to have worked out quite well for us. Also, the extra question mark. Was that question mark going to be... Yeah, we would have missed the free relic, wouldn't we? Oh, that would be a disaster. Sadly, Matryoshka does not work on this boss chest. Oh! So I mentioned I wanted to get rid of my strikes and defends. Pandora's Box will transform them, potentially into powers. Good chance into skills. The worst thing it can do is give me lots of attacks. Then again, the Runic Pyramid is pretty fantastic. The nice thing about the Pyramid is it makes it a lot easier to fill up my hand, such that I can just drop kick enemies to death. That's really difficult. These two are amazing. The Pandora's Box opens up some severe low rolls where all my strikes and defends turn into gash. But I'm behind on my strike removes already. You like to think you get rid of at least 1 in Act 1, but no. I don't have a lot of the good payoff things for the Runic Pyramid. I could certainly make them, but I don't have Spot Weakness, I don't have Fiend Fire. I do have Second Wind. If you can't choose between the two, take the third. I almost never take Black Blood. There would have to be Choker and... I don't know what else here. Cursed Key, maybe? And then I would consider Black Blood. The Matryoshka makes me not want to take a Cursed Key, as well as the fact that I have to take a key anyway. Ectoplasm's not that bad. Yeah, I could see thieves and they steal my money and I feel sad, but really Ectoplasm isn't that bad. You pretty much sacrifice 2 relics and some safety to get 1 extra energy. It just feels really bad, because every time you're reminded of it. Even Tiny House, there was a situation where I should have taken Tiny House and it would have made my life easier. We're going Pandora's Lunchbox. Bad. Oh, that was a pretty low roll. On the plus side, not a lot of attacks. Only 2 of them, in fact. Everything else goes away, kind of. Corruption kills you, and you, and you, and you. Barricade plays, although how often am I going to play this when I have no block? Yeah, Thundercrap does do Vuln on everybody. Pretty crappy Pandora's Box altogether. The fact that it's skill and power heavy was quite good. Could have been a lot more attacks than that, but still not great. That means I want to go to the shop and start removing things. Thundercrap could certainly go. Flex could certainly go. Combust could certainly go. Although you have to appreciate that Combust does get rid of itself, and it gets rid It goes away with Second Wind. Yeah, a lot of this can be Second Winded away. It's not that terrible, but I could have done with some energy. Or some draw. No energy, no draw here. So Act 2 could really punish me. The potential for this deck is really rather high. So let's see if we can find a route that mitigates risk. Because if I can get through this act alive, prospects for the whole run altogether are looking quite good. My deck's just missing a few nice pieces. So wait, didn't I make you that? Got to choose between left and right for the merchant. Spicy Elite into fight into regular Elite doesn't sound good, but it frees up my pathing later on. Even so, I think we go this way, and then we make a judgment call on which of these three paths seem the nicest. Yeah, judgment calls have to be made, but I want that early shop. I also have Threshold for Rare Relic. Dead Branch, for example, could pivot this deck entirely. And yes, I would pay full price for Dead Branch. Dead Branch Corruption is, for lack of a better word, very good. Welcome to Act 2, the boss. Shelled Parasite comes in with his 21 to say, did you miss me? And no, Shelled Parasite, I did not miss you. Don't like getting rid of Ascender's Bane, but... also might not like getting rid of Thundercrap, considering there are 2 drop kicks here. But even Thundercrap drop kick's not enough to do a number on this guy. What do we got? Well, we can corrupt immediately. And there is that drop kick I was talking about. On the plus side, I can just buffer this entire attack, so blocking doesn't really matter. On the downside, nothing matters with this hand. It's just a question of if I want to go corrupt or not. With very, very little block to my name, it's not a good sell. And no exhaust synergy either. It does allow me to play hand more often though, and there's nothing really better. Nothing does anything this turn. This could have some really, really dire consequences, but let's go. I don't particularly want to trigger it right now. The block is probably better later. Nor do I want to second win this stuff. Alright, well, goodbye block. Hello, Shelled Parasite. I'm also frail, of course, to make matters considerably worse. I can double tap the bash, keep him ultra unhappy. Is there a chance that Havoc could do something that I'd rather have double tapped? I wonder if... I don't actually know this. Double tap would probably double whatever gets Havoc'd if I Havoc, say, Uppercut, Carnage, Heavy Blade, whatever. So maybe I should have bashed, then double tapped, then Havoc'd, but then I'd miss out on lovely bash damage. Let's just keep him Vuln forever. What you got, Havoc? Is there anything really bad that could happen? No, all of this is good. Oh, well, how about that? We can get Barricade out of here. Not that it does terribly much. However, he's vulnerable, and I have something that's going to make him very, very unhappy right now, which is death. Sadly, these are lining up in a poor way, so unless I outright murk him with my attack, which this will not do, he's, whatever. All in all, not a bad fight, really. Just relics not set up well. I hate setup relics, by the way. I mean, they're good, right? Double damage, good. Energy, good. Energy, good. But I hate the little mini-game you play with yourself to try and set them up for the next fight. I hope that's gone away in Slay the Spire 2, but I doubt it. Because at least it's an extra layer of strategizing. It's just a layer I don't enjoy. I'm not normally a big fan of Metallicize. And here's Second Wind again, when I'd rather have Power Through. Might have to take that Metallicize. My block game is just insufficient. It's another card that goes away. Battle Trance, on the other hand, notably draws, and this deck lacks draw completely. Yeah, it's got to be Battle Trance. Alright, Merchant Man, where's my Dead Branch? Well, it's not here. Calipers are here, but I already have Barricade. I have the opportunity to double any card I have right now, and it's a bad sign that my deck doesn't really have anything I'd like to double. 3 drop kicks might sound cool, but it's not really the strategy. The strategy is just fizzle my hand down until I just have 2 drop kicks that I play constantly. A third one doesn't strengthen us much. It's a pretty crap card until you're infinite. Panacea. I don't do any bad things to myself. Pretty weak shop as shops go. There's Sentinel to give me energy when I exhaust it with corruption, and I do notably lack energy. How about another True Grit Plus with the mirror? Ooh, that is an expensive True Grit Plus. Especially knowing that we're coming up to shop and card removals are at a premium right now. Demon Form might be needed for the Dropkick Infinite in case of Time Eater. Yeah, there is a good chance we face Time Eater. 2 and 3, in fact. Just need a different way of taking on Time Eater. We do have Barricade, so we can outblock the Fool if we pick up something like an Entrench. We also have Evolve for draw, although I'd like it to be an Evolve Plus. What am I actually thinking about here? I'm contemplating the Sentinel and the card remove. Let's do the card remove since we know we're doing that. What's the worst card in this deck? Havoc exhausts something. It could even exhaust an attack, so it's not all that bad. Removing Heavy Blade is quite tempting. I don't do a lot of strength gain. I have Flex, but come on, Flex is not it. I might regret getting rid of the Heavy Blade, but it's a common card. It could always come back later. Thundercrap. Tough call, really. And I think I'm going to be getting rid of Combust. My Act boss here is the Automaton. Combust certainly plays there, but if I can preserve my Fossilized Helix all as well, it's just that's not easy. Kameenbot thinks that Combust is a no-brainer. I'm not sure I agree. Especially if I find something like Blood for Blood Plus. I have to get rid of something, though. Heavy Blade is sorely tempting to get rid of. It's just, what about the potential strength pivot if we end up with it? Now, on 3 energy, you gotta believe that Heavy Blade just isn't worth it. Be gone, Heavy Blade. Still contemplating that Dolly's Mirror on the True Grit Plus. It's not a bad idea. Nice chunky block card. Exhausting down my deck is good. Corruption can make it free as well, so having 2 of them makes it better for getting rid of my rubbish. Not Havoc. See, Havoc is a skill, so Corruption makes it go away, and it makes something else go away. And it's got some excellent targets here. I can Havoc away the Barricade, I can Havoc away one of my attacks that I don't want to see, like Thunderclap or Bash or Uppercut. Although not both of them, right? I do need some source of vulnerable. So, Havoc is not too bad to keep around. You've got to consider the number of real cards that you have. Bash is real, Uppercut is real, Pommel Strike is real, that's 3. 4, 5 real cards. Carnage is not real. 5 real cards, 6 real cards with Thunderclap. 6 real cards in a deck of 20, that's fine. It's maybe even better than fine. With a little bit of draw, we can make those drop kicks really come into their own. Panacea does block the draw down from Battle Trance, but only once. Dolly's Mirror True Grit Plus. That's so expensive for what it does, though. You have to imagine that I want to keep my money in case there's a good rare relic up here. Sentinel continues to tantalize me. How does Sentinel play for me anyway? Let's imagine we have Corruption down. We play Sentinel. What does that do for me? Suddenly, I'm on a couple of energy if I draw them together. 5 energy if not. I already have energy by the form of these relics. Do I really want Sentinel? I have to imagine no. Alright, it's the bird nerds. They're nerdy, they're birdy, but I've got Disarm. Also got Dropkick, Battle Trance, Uppercut. Not a bad turn. I might not even want to get rid of anything here, except maybe Second Wind. Because I can Uppercut, Dropkick one of them, second Disarm another one, and then I'm taking no damage this turn. There's also the idea that I could Battle Trance and get Corruption down, but there's no energy to do the attacks with that way, so probably not. So does that mean I don't actually want to Battle Trance here? That can't be right. The only thing I don't want to do here is second wind, because there's no blocking that's needed. Ah. Well, ghostly armor will fade away, so I could play it instead. There's always that. Anyway, you there, bird. Deal me 9 points of damage. And I'd like a rebate on that energy, please. Don't have to disarm you. I could ghostly armor. That saves the ghostly armor. There's always thunder crap. Well, there are always options, aren't there? Don't hurt me. Battle Trance could draw a lot of things that I want here, so just don't play it. This guy could be a problem right now. Anyone could be a problem if I'm multi-attacked and or swooped. Ah, he's just the one going for it. Sadly, I don't have a good solution for you, do I? Not at all. Even the weak potion won't take care of that, so I'm just eating that damage. I want to go corrupt as soon as possible here. Does mean I can't do anything else. Well, I can go corrupt evolve just to get it out of the deck. I don't want to see flex again, so away you go. Alright. Painful. I wanted that buffer to block a swoop, but instead this fight's looking a bit bad already. Glad I disarmed this freak, but it's still a lot of damage coming my way. You know, even Havoc and Combust isn't that bad. Alright, what's in the Havoc? Double tap. Double tap! 10 and 10 takes you down, actually. That is not bad. Pommel Strike, on the other hand, draws 2. But that's only 4 and 4, so I have to imagine that's not what we're doing. You get out of my face. Swell. Take out the one that isn't disarmed to hell and back. I don't want to see Combust again. Goodbye. A little bit more damage, not bad. The birds were never going to be a good fight for us. Well, there's Bash, Dropkick, Pummel Strike to bring one of them down. Since you're already horribly disabled, it's not going to be you. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the dead bird? Oh, he's not dead yet. Get rid of Battle Trance and Barricade. Or draw a bunch and potentially get rid of some of them. Thunderclap Carnage probably ruins your day next turn, so there's probably no real reason to do anything here. Well, it doesn't ruin your day, but Thunderclap kills you, vulnerables you, and opens up a lot of things, so I don't even want to Battle Trance here. And I may want it on the redraw, so I don't want to second wind it either. Don't want Barricade in the redraw, though, but Battle Trance is better than Barricade is bad. Could have been worse. Could have been Philo Stone birds. Now that would have been pretty awful. Thunderclap. Boom. Away you go. Energy comes my way. Wait, that was a pen nibbed one. I didn't mean to do that, but, well, I did it, so too bad. Just gotta work up my pen nib and such. And we're out of here. Not too bad. Low roll the gold. There's the power through. Alright, block is largely solved. Oh yeah, that's good. Oh, that's a big chunky block card. Cryptic Writings when I have tons of health. Could put me in a bad spot for this elite, but the book could be a lot better than anything the elite gives me. Yeah, well, I'm reading this, of course. We could get the Enchilada, which gives us a free power at the start of every combat, which is 0 cost, by the way. Could be very handy. Even if it's Corruption or Barricade, it just speeds up getting Barricade or Corruption in play. And now that I have Second Wind and Power Through, you better believe that Barricade actually does something. The only one I'm not too keen on seeing is... Actually, is there a bad one? I just don't particularly like Nilries because it really slows... Excuse me, slows the game down, but whatever, we can't choose what we find. Reading is fun. It also hurts. And there's the Enchilada. We get a 0 cost power at the start of every combat. Nay bad. No curse either. If it was the Necronomicurse, we would have gotten a curse card to go with it. Still thinking of going up the center way. Opens up more options and taking the far right. Ah, that's good news, actually, because I want to get ahead in life in terms of card removes. The only sad thing that could happen is that he has a very expensive dead branch. It's not a dead branch, and it's not very expensive. The Windstone. At the start of your turn, gain 2 strength. Enemies gain 1 strength. That is interesting. I don't have good strength payoff, but those drop kicks will certainly kick. I'm paying for a big pivot that way. I'm not so sure about that one. I love that relic, but it's definitely a win-lose relic. I've never lost to the Brimstone. I've only won with the Windstone. It's that good. Right, what did we decide was going? I still don't see a use case for this Combust, so I think it can just go unless I want to get rid of Thundercrap. The thing about Thundercrap is that I can't always rely on Bash Uppercut. Especially if Havoc gets rid of one of them. And the fact that neither of them are upgraded. It's also a case where if I fight multiple enemies, then, you know, one of them's vulnerable and then kicked to death. What about the others? Rupture is good here. What cards do I play that hurt myself? Whenever you lose hit points from a card, gain 1 strength. Which of my cards hurt me? Combust does it once a turn. That's way too slow. Yeah, the idea that Rupture Combust is a good combo is definitely low Ascension thinking. You need to be a lot faster than that. And I know that Ali's an A20 player, so I don't know what planet he's on. I don't like Flex, but it does get rid of itself. Same could be said about Combust. I face it, I'm never playing this bloody Combust, am I? Get out of here. And I could continue to save my money because I still want to go to one of these shops and remove yet another card. Slim us down even more. More draw would be nice, but there's not more draw to be had here. Finesse is self-cycle. Save money? I'm eyeing up that Brimstone like you wouldn't believe. That's a lot of power for me, and if I find Limit Break, it's a whole lot more power. Strength being one thing we do not have. Shrug's okay with corruption? Yeah, but it's common. I don't want to pay for it. Deck is still too slow. Oh well, get moving, I suppose. Get moving where, though? I'm really behind on upgrades. I'm also a little low on health, but I do have the Fairy, which I should not be afraid of using. Can I kill any of the elites in Act 2 right now? When it comes to slavers, without my Pen-Nib and Nunchaku setup, not really. Pen-Nib, Nunchaku, Carnage would certainly remove the back guy from my consideration pool. Of course, Double Tap Carnage does similar things but costs energy that I don't have because I didn't set up Happy Flower. But, you know, if I'm not fighting you, I'm fighting you. There is the idea that I go this way, I rest, I get my shopping done, and I slaughter 2 elites back to back, no resting. Killing the Spicy Elite frees me up for pathing very nicely. Act 2 Spicy Elite's quite terrifying, though. I also get double Relic before taking you on. So although it might seem a bit wimpy, I think I'm going to take this path. Yeah. Because every remove I do makes my deck that much stronger. And every opportunity to find more draw is also good. Sure. Ooh. If I don't like my cards, we can get rid of 2 of them. Well, not get rid of, but transform them into something else. Could actually change Flex and Thunderclap. They are not cards that play particularly well right now. That Barricade is such luggage at the moment. I think I can carry 1 bit of luggage, because there's a way to make Barricade very good. If I set up Second Wind Power Through very well, that's a ton of block. And if I find an Entrench, that can really make this thing come alive. Transform 2, huh? The thing is, I have 100% win rate with the Jax card. 1 out of 1. Now there's some self-damage. There's also the mutagenic toxins, which I have a pretty good handle on. It's just I don't front load myself particularly well. And the 3 strength, I don't really have strength payoff here. No multi-hit attacks, no heavy blade anymore. Get rid of Thunderclap and Flex. Oh, Exhume Headbutt. Now that's a lot better. The Headbutt is as real as Thunderclap was, but the difference is Headbutt's good card manipulation. Headbutt Battle Trance, Headbutt Exhume, Headbutt an Unplayed Disarm, Headbutt Drop Kick, you name it. And then Exhume is there for those cards that I've corrupted away and I want back. If I find a feed, it means I can double feed. If I accidentally havoc something, I can bring it back. And Exhume is not a real card because it goes away. That was a very good augmentation. Did I say I was resting here? Because I'm obscenely behind on upgrades. I have 1 upgrade, which is not good enough. I'd like to upgrade Uppercut. I'd like to upgrade Corruption to make it more playable. I'd love some energy. A lot of things I'd like, huh? Surely you can buy Apotheosis in the next shop. I can purchase it. I have the purchasing power. And it might even be better than an upgrade right now. Resting when I'm going into double elite could actually be a particularly good idea. Alright, well, the no upgrade build, let's go. I was long overdue combat, so I'm not surprised that this has happened. I'm also not surprised that this bugger of all buggers is coming in with the 8x3. Well, Barricade isn't getting playing, that's for sure. I don't have Carnage set up. I'll throw it away. Yeah, 3 Metallicize, set up Power Through, and Pray. This guy's malleable, so hitting him a lot doesn't work out so well. Well, it's getting played, it's free. And this is probably getting played, it's free. Uppercut gets weakened, which is nice. Disarm is also nice, though, and I can't disarm Power Through if I also uppercut. There's a lot of good blocking I could do, but uppercut is nice. And double uppercutting is nice. Where's my extra energy? Alright, think for a little bit. Can I actually do some good blocking here? Power Through Ghostly Armor full blocks, but then what? I could disarm it. Disarm I probably should do because it goes a long way in this fight overall. Disarm brings you down to only dealing 18. Meaning Power Through blocks kind of enough. What about uppercutting, huh? I don't have my Evolve down, so the Power Through is not particularly great, so I might actually do something else entirely. That's full block. How about this? Oh, I forgot about Metallicize, of course. I just played the card and forgot about it. And there's my lack of vulnerability coming in, but you know what we have? Nothing particularly good here. Maybe I can go Corrupt for free. This isn't free, though. Oh, wait, I can headbutt something and havoc it. Actually, headbutting... How important is this block to me? I'm thinking about headbutting the uppercut. That'll weaken the Fool. Then he's only going to hit me by for 4x3. Any other good contenders here? It's headbutting Ghostly Armor, but that wouldn't be enough block. Tricky. Yeah, Power Through is full block, which is what I'm contemplating doing here. Doesn't advance the fight much at all, though, but at least I get a free turn next turn to deal some damage. Then again, that's when I find Corruption. Could be bad. Alright, Power Through, let's go. And then, well, this does a little bit, I suppose. If nothing else, it works up my my relics. Tons of energy this turn, at least. Hey. It's a shame, because I would love to just carnage you right now for the mega damage. Ironclad streak, we're at 3 right now. This is our 4th run. That's why it's called For Fun. It's an either-or in the Corruption Carnage here. Damage is good, and Snake Plant is... Well, this fight is not going well, let's put it that way. He's disarmed, which is good, but I'm about to become... What does he do? Frail and weak. Uncomfortable. I think my best bet is actually to make him even weaker. Let's do this. There we go. Now I don't have to worry much about him. And I can get rid of that wound. Alright, now I only have to deal with 12, which is not too shabby. However, it's worth noting that all of my powers now go away. Oh, but how about we deal with even less than that? Alright, now I just have to deal with 6 damage. I think I can deal with 6 damage. This goes away whether I play it or not, so let's just get rid of it. Unless, is there block here? Not really. There is, however, a small chance of getting Barricade, which is probably worth doing. Sure. No, we just headbutt. Probably headbutt uppercut. Keep him weak and vuln. Alright, come and have a go. Unorthodox fights, to be sure. This is not how I normally deal with my snake plants. Has the block gravy train now gone away? Kind of. Kind of. His malleability makes this a bit difficult. Here I am doing 1 whole damage to the fool. Wait, I can redraw something. Potentially trigger it for block. Sure. What are you made of? Potentially uppercut for even more pain to this guy. I'll take 3 damage doing this. Do I even want to take 3 damage when I could not take 3 damage? Not taking 3 damage is rather nice. This does nothing but advance my stuff. Doesn't even draw for me. Yeah, True Grit will give me a full block here. And this barricade is never getting played in this this entire thing. And then we can prolong the weak and the vuln, and then we have a flawless fight. Well, flawless. Happy Flower isn't set up. Which could be bad, because, well, no, there's a regular fight coming up. Maybe I can set up with that. Anyway, be gone. Be gone with slightly better setup. 760 is okay. Well, goodbye weak potion. That blood potion is healing. Sentinel, I knew I wouldn't have to pay for it. But what about a second power through? If 1 is good, surely 2 are better. We don't mind wounds, we've got evolve, we've got power through. Second wind, rather. Of course, we have power through. But Sentinel, I would like my energy on demand, let's put it that way. On the other hand, power through is good. It's just, have there been any upgraded cards offered to me all act? Certainly hasn't been a rare card offered up. The added rare cards have been very non-consensual. You can exhume Carnage later. Exhume was played and dead. We used Exhume to get Disarm. Although maybe that was before... maybe that comment was from before I did that. Yeah, tough one. I was almost willing to pay for Sentinel, so surely I should take it for free. It's not a real card either. Corruption makes it just Gingawa. God, I would love Apotheosis. My deck is so disgustingly under-everythinged. Power through just blocks so bloody much, though. Yeah, if I have another power through, it's all the more likely that I can line up power through second win. That's a pretty good thing. Let's go. Alright, double the prize, and it's a big chest. Ooh. Ooh! Oh, well, there's no way I'm keying that, though. Self-forming clay is a heart solution for block. And the pocket watch is a draw engine. If I don't play a bunch of cards, and on 3 energy it's difficult to play lots of cards, I'm definitely having you. Amazing rare relic, this. Oh, it can win entire runs. Draw 3 virtually every turn on command. It's amazing. Let's hope the shop is amazing. Where's my Apotheosis? It's not there. Well, I did say we're here for removes. I can certainly take a remove right now. Sure. Yeah, no complaints about the relics that I've gotten this run at all. Matryoshka's just gone and paid off by giving me an uncommon relic, and it still has another relic inside of it. Amazing, good, good, amazing, good. Pretty amazing. Although we low-rolled it, it's still undeniably a good relic, because it did bring me ahead on my removes. And, you know, the defense became better by not existing. You know, good, amazing, amazing. Yeah, the relic bar has made up for my very weak deck right now. Anyway, we're getting rid of something, but what are we getting rid of? Carnage could honestly go, but it goes away on its own, so I should get rid of something a bit more. I think Havoc's time to shine has been and gone. Yeah, Havoc is a little too dangerous. Although, you know, I do have a headbutt for Havoc. There's no guarantee that they line up. If I get rid of that, then there's really nothing else that needs to go here, so I don't need to remove any more after this. Let's say I get an event that does offer me a free remove. What goes there? Probably Carnage. Because even though it goes away on its own, it's still one draw I have to get through, and I need to be fast. Oh god, I didn't notice that Double Tap is still in my deck. It's a rare card which is good for Bonfire Spirits, but I could also give the Bonfire Spirits Exhume, or maybe even Barricade, if I want the max health. If not, I'd give them Ghostly Armor for a full heal. Yeah, it's getting pretty difficult to justify Double Tap right now. Away you go. Ah. Any of the rest of this worth considering? Intimidate does go away on its own. Strips Artifact, causes weak. But weak is not what I need for Dropkick. We need vulnerability. Our energy is so low. Not really. Energy Relic, Energy Relic. It's not all that bad. And, you know, what am I going to do about that? What can a man do about that? He can keep moving forward. That's what he can do. Oh my. Zero cost demon form. Dr. Freeman form is here. I want to evolve because this thing gives me dazes. I do not have energy to play both of these powers. Evolve probably comes before demon form because draw is king. So if we assert that we're not playing corruption, we don't need power through because they're not even attacking. Havoc's a little dangerous, of course, but it could be not dangerous. I'm okay with not dangerous. I would have Havoc'd my Carnage, which would have been cool. Anyway, we're definitely going Dr. Freeman form, and we must go Evolve. Is there any bad stuff to hit here, really? Exhume is a bit of a waste, right? Yeah, there's nothing to exhume. Remember your pocket watch. Yeah, that is true. We can draw 3 if we don't Havoc right now. My damage output's not terrific, so I think I'll focus down the Cultist. Alright, let's go. Draw plenty for me, please, Pocket Watch. I need to try and remember that Pocket Watch. Look at that. Look at how much better your hand is when you can draw a ton. And we can draw even more thanks to that. We can also second wind away a lot of this garbage. I would like you to not exist. Could uppercut into drop kick. The drop kick murders you as well. That's very nice. And if I play one more card, we get tons of draw. I don't think I have a problem second winding all of this, but for what purpose? Do I want any of this right now? Or would I rather just draw a bajillion? Drawing a quintillion sounds pretty good. Yeah, sure. Would love some exhaust synergy. That's one thing we're lacking. Could do with a Feel No Pain or a Dark Embrace. We saw Dark Embrace and we passed it up because we were not in a place to make use of it. Am I in a way to make use of this, though? Is there anything bad here to Havoc? Gotta remember, Havoc isn't free, so maybe call Kanye a bit on that. We can also buffer this blow, no big deal. I can also headbutt anything. Sure, I want you done in with this. Could even headbutt that to prolong it. Yeah, go on, just because it feels good. Whack. And this isn't unthinkable to block away either, is it? Maybe it is. I am a little lacking in energy here. Nothing to assume that gets me out of harm's way, so I think we just take this hit. Although, what about this? 1, 2, 3, 4. This block's full, actually. Full blocking is good. Hope I don't regret that. And then when he comes in with another single strike, and I am super juiced up, I'm more than ready to put you straight into the ground. More than ready. No guarantee that we kill you next turn. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to full block this as well, and I'm going to set up my Happy Flower and hopefully kill you next turn. Good. Very good. Unfortunately, this just all kills you, doesn't it? Battle Trance, do you want to give me a second opinion? You're all so lazy. Okay, I agree. But that does set us up better. There we go, 872. So we're running into an elite, all the better to have that sorted out with. Clash. Freaking clash. I'm not taking an unupgraded True Crit, and I once again query the game, where are my upgraded cards? Yeah, nothing is allowed to be added that slows this deck down at this point. The output just isn't really there. I worry a lot about this deck. Pocket Watch has already done a lot of heavy lifting for me. Alright, Spicy Elite. Hopefully not plus strength Book of Stabbing. It is regenerating Book of Glasgow. Well, we get some strength right from the get-go. And we get a full block to start us off. Full blocking is good. I already have some draw here, but what if we don't need to do a lot of that and we let Pocket Watch do the talking? Now, with 4 energy and Nunchaku set up, this is not going to be a Pocket Watch turn. I need it to be a output turn. So let's put out. Ah. That's kind of bad. Especially now that Havoc is over there, so I can't headbutt Barricade and get that played that way. I can go Corrupt immediately, though, and this might be one of those go very fast fights. Maybe even go Power Through, then Corruption. I haven't played anything, so I could actually just go Power Through, Corruption, Inflame, and that's my turn. Then I draw a ton. And with 2, I essentially have 4 energy next turn, so I think it's okay. I will want to evolve down for these wounds, though. And I'm playing Power Through before Corruption, because I do want to see it again for potential block. There we go. Good, he's saving his big hit for turn 3, when it would otherwise be a problem for me. And Disarm is here to make life easier, a lot easier. But I want that evolve down. There's a lot of things I want to play here. But you might notice I don't have the energy for it. Right, well, you're definitely getting disarmed. There's no doubt about that one. I'm almost certainly uppercutting you right now. That said, though, doesn't keep you vulnerable for my double drop kick. I might have to bash instead of uppercut. So much for having loads of energy here. I don't. Yeah, I think I just have to take this 10 on the chin, get my evolve down for some much needed draw. So it's just evolve bash, right? That's very sad, but sometimes you just got to accept sadness. Alright. It's a shame. I wanted that buffer to deal with his big 22 here, but we have other options. Thank you, Evolve. Love that card. Now, I'll tell you what we're not doing this turn. We are not pocket watching. Also, Self-Forming Clay comes in with 6 additional block, which is very, very welcome. And there's no way I'm not pen-nibbing this uppercut for massive damage. Donk. Give me more. Give me more. Now we have options, but which one do we like the most? Probably I like the option where I drew second wind this turn and then we use it now, but that's out of the question. I mean, I'm on 3 here, but I'm not taking this, right? Not by a long shot. Ghostly Armor is actually full block without adding garbage into my hand, and otherwise it goes away, so... There she goes. Don't want to draw any of this nonsense. Would be fun to draw Havoc and then Havoc up something like Barricade. My odds are much better next turn, though, right? Well, kind of. This only draws 2. Did I already play Disarm? I did already play Disarm. Well then, that makes this easier. Be gone. Alright, fight just got a lot easier with that down. Now, where are you? There's my Barricade. Unfortunately, with the way this draws, I can't headbutt the Barricade because we're... Oh, hang on. I could second wind all this crap away. But that second wind's a lot of stuff that I don't want to second wind. Actually, I might have screwed myself for next turn. Depends on what comes in the redraw. Well, them's the breaks. Yeah. I wanted to have Barricade in play for all that massive amounts of block, but that's not what we're getting. We're getting... worrisome times. Havoc immediately. Could be anything, although it could be a wound. If it's second wind, it doesn't do anything. Alternatives are to uppercut and then headbutt Havoc the uppercut. I don't have vulnerable... killing here, do I? No, probably not. What's in the Havoc? Ah. Can't play everything here, so probably Bash has to go. Yeah, Bash has to go. Let's keep this full weakened. And then... What am I going to draw here? Well, Bretz will never know. Now we know. Power through to block 1 and stop a wound from coming in, but I don't think so. Want this fool dead. Take 1 damage, gain 3 block. That's got to be a good trade, right? There's Barricade together with Power Through to afford me a lot of everything, but maybe we can just kill now. Just believe. Oh, second win. That makes my life even easier. Now I can actually do the combo of the gods, although, hey, we almost have the real combo. The Dropkick Infinite. It's almost here. The Hitmonlee deck. This destroys my pen nib, but saves Nunchaku, and you have to think that's worth it. Alright, the pamphlet is dead, and we get some rewards. Boy, do we get some rewards. The key is here, the Orichalcum is mine. Gains 6 block at the end of each turn. The Fear Potion causes Vulnerable. Vulnerable is good. It's very good. You might even say it's my entire strategy. And you wouldn't be wrong to say that. We're fighting the Automaton of Fun, who has 3 layers of artifact, but Disarm, Uppercut already gets rid of all of that, and I don't think I want to waste my valuable 20% healing on that. Shockwave is good. It's not a real card, and it strips 2 layers of artifact, or does a ton of weaken Vuln. Get in here, Shockwave. Works excellently with Corruption, and guess what? We have Corruption. We also have a Baseball, and a weird spinny thing, but we also have Freeman Form. I love Dr. Freeman Form. I'm going to throw away the Barricade so I could potentially headbutt Havoc it. There's no need to block right now, and there's nothing to exhume currently. Yeah, Apotheosis would go so far, and we don't have it. Very sad, isn't it? Alright, well this is free. I like free. However, Shockwave is good. Allows me to do things like this. Things like, but not necessarily this. Oh, you're getting played, even though Pocket Watch will be very, very sad. Is there a potential to kill if I Pummel Strike into something good? I don't know what something good would even be here. Let's just set you up for the kill. You're going to come in with your single attack. Your single attack is far less of a threat. Well, corruption plays immediately. I'd love to see that. We can even corruption evolve as well. Take ne poids of damage, get rid of your last artifact, and now you're ready for the kill. Deck's going relatively well. Just feels awkward, but when does it not? Yeah, what else is on TV? There's stuff here, for sure. Where's that barricade of mine, by the way? Maybe I should have... No, we drew into this anyway. Headbutting and havocing my barricade is a dream that just doesn't seem to be coming true at all. I need to block all of this, but... I have to remember I have no draw on. Well, what's a man to do but play? Keep you vulnerable for now. I don't really want to headbutt that bash, do I? But, okay, so I won't. Ah, we're fine. We're more than fine. Away you go, and away you all go. Unless I want to get rid of that headbutt as well. Yes, screw it. Headbutt, you do nothing for me. Untouchable. The fact that you keep doing well with such meh or bad decks really speaks for how far you've come. Well, thank you, Dark Young. I appreciate the patting on my back. Saves me the effort. Come back to me, Shockwave. You're just too awesome. Too awesome for words. If I could kill you this turn, life is good. Because Happy Flower is set up. The issue is there's still a lot of junk in my deck here. And of course we got rid of Second Wind and both the power throughs, so getting rid of this junk isn't really happening. Hey, the Havoc Barricade is possible. I like possible. No, it's just dazed. Okay, fair enough. Hey, there's Barricade. Oh! Killing him this turn would be amazing because we're all set up. And to think I was planning on getting rid of Carnage. Oh, no, not this choice again. What's better, a fairy and 20% of my health, or a fairy and potentially limitless potions? Because the Entrepot can contain more entropic brews. Wish I had Potion Belt. I mean, if one is good, how good are two? No, if I want two, that's why I have Exhume. But yeah, I'm just so far behind on upgrades. Ruins Automaton's life as well. If I go very fast with instant corrupting, what do we go down to? Bash, uppercut, pommel strike, 2 drop kicks, and a headbutt. You have to imagine that'll do it. Yeah, we just go corrupt, thin the deck down to those 6 cards. The problem is we need a little bit more draw. Because otherwise, 6 cards and a 5-hand draw isn't enough. It is enough with a Pocket Watch, but then I'm playing with fire. I also have some expensive powers to get down. Anyway, that doesn't answer the question about Shockwave. Actually, if I upgraded Pommel Strike to draw 2, that would make the Infinite work. And it is energy positive, thanks to Nunchaku. Dropkick does not draw. Do not confuse this with a draw card. Dropkick self-cycles because it draws 1. And what do you need 1 card draw for? Oh, drawing Dropkick itself. Pommel Strike doesn't draw, but Pommel Strike Plus does draw. Still eyeing up that Shockwave. It's not real. Yeah, it's not real. I could drink this for nothing. The thing is, this could be full of garbage. This is a guaranteed pretty good potion, so... Goodbye, Entrepot. Hello, slavers! Well, I'm very glad I set up my everything for this fight. Dr. Freeman form is back once again. We don't know if this is Shockwave 1 or 2. But we're pretty sure we're playing it, especially if we can roll Corruption here. Am I so desperate for Corruption that I will get rid of even Freeman form for it? No way. There's no way you get rid of Freeman form. But I do hope I roll the 3 in 17 chance of Corruption, otherwise... Well, hell, it's what we have a Blood Potion for. Go for it. It's here! Oh, well, that was easy. And Demon Form down, Shockwave these freaks. Allows me to drop kick. Instant rebate. Could headbutt something here and Havoc it immediately. Could also not. How many times Demon Form? Every time. Havoc could be an attack that gets pen nibbed right now. Most attacks would be better than doing headbutt right now. Is there anything bad to Havoc here? Second Wind, I suppose. Which might mean play Power Through before Havocing. Headbutt the drop kick. If I headbutt drop kick and then Havoc, I will actually have one bit more energy and another draw, but there's no guarantee that draw is useful, and it exhausts my drop kick, which could be seen as bad. There's also no guarantee of where it lands. I like to play dangerously. What could it draw that sinks my ship, so to speak, though? Actually, any blocking skill is good for me. Carnage would be unplayable. Barricade would be unplayable. And Ascender's Bane wouldn't help. But yeah, everything else is relatively good. Let's go for it. Ah, Pummel Strike. Lovely to see you. And there's my unplayable Carnage. Alright, well, we full block this turn, which is nice. Nothing, nothing, and more nothing. We're weakened, which is unfortunate, but they are not feeling very good. No, they're definitely not feeling great. I have asked them, and they said, boss, it's not good. No point playing Barricade when Power Through only perfectly blocks. Sorry, Pocket Watch, I don't think it's your day. That means this is my guaranteed next draw, and it's fine. So, get evolving, keep them permanently weakened, and whatever else. And yeah, like I said, you full block for me. We have Evolve down, so we don't mind wounds in deck, and now the front slaver has to die. Who had perfect slaver fight on their bingo card for this? Well, yeah, we're not out of the woods yet, right? Let's calm down a bit. Ah, right, of course, because we can't draw more. Curse that no draw. Ghostly Armor goes away regardless, so I guess I'll keep my second wind for later. Yeah, Havoc hater turned into Havoc lover after seeing the combo of Havoc plus Headbutt. It's pretty decent. I'll stop you from getting any stronger, please. I can also exhume the dropkick again. That allows me to draw another card here. Like my dropkick. A lot of junk in this deck, which is becoming concerning. Second one would take care of a lot of it, but frankly, I'd just rather kill right now. That said, there's still damage coming my way. My block game is perhaps not as perfect as it should be. Do I have any draw here at all? I'm contemplating a world in which I barricade, I headbutt second wind, I exhume my dropkick. Dropkick isn't free, we'd have to do that first. So we headbutt second wind. We exhume dropkick. We kill you. We draw second wind. We barricade. Now we're safe. Beautiful. Oh, you're right. Orichalcum would have taken care of that. I had completely forgotten about it. Hard to remember all these things. Right, can I kill you swiftly? Not... Well, I can kill you in like 3 hits, which is good enough, kind of. Do I want my Happy Flower set up for next time? Yes. Yeah, I want to pass one turn, and then Happy Flower is there for turn 1 of Automaton of Fun. The pen nib is fairly irrelevant, but this other stuff... There was actually a strong argument for having Happy Flower on 1, because we're going to have Nunchaku at the ready. Of course, what if we don't play any attacks? So much to consider. So I don't like setup relics. Especially when you have multiple ones that run not quite in parallel. Pen nib will always be one ahead of a Nunchaku. Happy Flower does its own thing. What would be a horrible relic to find here? Maybe incense burner, that would be bad. Strawberry isn't bad. That potion is kind of bad. Whoa, fiend fire. Right, well that answers a few of my questions, like how do I get rid of cards that I can't otherwise get rid of. Oh, that fiend fire is delectable. It's also huge damage. Cleans my deck out something fierce. Gets rid of itself. Yeah, deck clog cleaner is here. No point resting here. Recalling is not without its merit, but I think the fact that uppercut does not chain into the next turn is really bad, and it's very, very good for an upgrade. Evolve is good as well. Corruption, especially since I'm on 3 energy, is a good upgrade. But you have to believe we're finding Apotheosis somewhere, sometime. There's no point upgrading any skill that goes down in cost with the upgrade, because Corruption will make them free anyway. And with 2 Shockwaves, we don't need to upgrade either of them. Yeah, the lack of vulnerable lasting makes me want to upgrade that uppercut. If you're wondering about dropkick, it's just +3 damage, which is not really worth it, in my opinion. Yeah, keeping the weaken the vulnerable going I think is important enough. I'd never normally consider an attack upgrade this late into the run, but applying the vulnerable to stick around is pretty important. That said, Shockwave already does that. If that's my concern, then what do I feel more strongly about? Draw is good, so Battle Trance Plus is something. As I've often mentioned, Corruption being 3 cost is a pain in the bum. And Evolve would become a draw menace, but we already have good draw here, and Hand Clog is more of an issue. And go for the Pummel Strike. If draw is an issue, let's use the renewable draw. Alright, Automaton, let's go. I mean, getting Barricade is down, but what about getting Barricade down? How fast do I want to be? I want to be very, very fast. So I think we go Corrupt immediately. Especially with a Barricade, we can chain up quite a lot of block pretty swiftly. And the sooner I thin out my deck entirely, the better. So maybe I don't even want Ascender's Bane thrown away, especially since this is all my energy immediately. Aye, okay. Well, I think Shockwave goes down pretty immediately. Even though it doesn't affect his little goons, we have Shockwave 2.0 to handle that. But yeah, free Barricade, free Corruption, kind of. Evolve is down. The Shockwave does stop the Pocket Watch happening. Genuine concern at that. 3 draw is strong. We have Battle Trance for more draw, but not much else. It does strip Artifact, but I think we'll have plenty of ways to strip Artifact. I'll end turn here. Draw is good, and we keep the Orichalcum immediately. I was hoping beyond hope that we'd find some draw here. Or find the other Shockwave, but we have to wait for that. Even if I Headbutt, we don't have Headbutt Havoc. There's a lot of things we don't have. Coming in with the 8x2, but I can power through. Don't want a second wind just yet. Those wounds could become a problem, but at least for now they draw. This gives energy, which is good. Carnage will get rid of itself. I don't want to keep it around for this fight. Could headbutt the Shockwave, so we're guaranteed Shockwave next turn. Could even almost guarantee... Yeah, no, guarantee double Shockwave. They're going to guarantee steal my Exhume, and they will guarantee steal one of these uncommon attacks. But if I bring in Shockwave with Headbutt, they cannot steal both of my Shockwaves. Which is pretty good. I want that Barricade gone, but I'll probably find some way to True Grit or otherwise delete it. Am I going to focus down the Bronze Automaton or not? How badly do I think this is going to go? There's some thoughts there. I'm having a lot of thoughts, maybe even too many of them. But if I just focus down the Bronze Automaton, you have to imagine that my Dropkick loop is going to remove him from all the equations. Hang on, block now is block forever. Why don't I just power through Second Wind? That gets rid of Barricade. Yeah, with Barricade down and not wanting to see it again, this just makes sense. Does mean I can't second wind other things, but there's no other things that wouldn't just go away on their own. All the powers are now in play, or otherwise getting deleted. I like it. Well, that answers more than a few questions. Fiendfire is still here. Could Fiendfire the headbutt? Carnage goes away regardless, but yeah, thinning my deck down as fast as possible is the thing that needs to be done here, so let's do it. Sorry, Pocket Watch. Bye, Exhume. Okay, and they didn't take my Shockwave, so all is well. That said, they took one of my drop kicks, so I'm going to need that back. Pretty big deal to get that back. If I bash you, then that means Shockwave does its job. Does it pretty well, I might add. We know what Havoc hits. It hits Disarm. And I might as well just get rid of it now. That way I get rid of Havoc, and there's no risk of me Havocing away something that actually matters. That way we can also Battle Trance, get our draw going. And I may as well just keep this going forever. That means the bash is no longer necessary, and I have Uppercut as well, so goodbye bash. Stack up the block, and now we have 3 cards in our deck. Wait, do I actually have a damage card? Oh, thank God. That would be hilarious. No actual way to deal damage. Alright, I don't particularly care about Exhume, but I care a lot about that drop kick, so here's how it goes. Gonna hit you in the face with my big-ass fist. Once I have my drop kick, this is positive. Alright, good. And now Bronze Automaton dies. Good thing he's vulnerable. How many times do you have to kick the machine into working? Imagine this with the Shuriken or Kunai, or even Ornamental Fan. Drowning in block, drowning in dexterity, drowning in strength. You know, I can outsource the clicking to the number 3. And that's why I picked up the drop kick, by the way. It opened up an infinite, and here's our infinite. And it's energy positive because of Nunchaku. And the crying Pocket Watch. Oh, that's good. Now, we can set things up even better, so we will. I want my Happy Flower probably on 2. We have loads of blocks, so there's nothing to really worry about here. And this is our guaranteed draw every freaking turn, so let's not worry about it. And he's still vulnerable, so that's not going to change. So we're going to pass to Happy Flower turn 2 in this fight that we've already won. And then we're going to set up our everything. Now he dies to the next drop kick, but I want Pen Nib on... I suppose I want Pen Nib on 9. Good enough. Donk. Perfect setup, perfect fight, perfect act. Less than perfect rewards here. Where the heck is offering? I might not want any of this. We're already pretty fast. Brutality probably doesn't speed us up much and just breaks my helix. A second Exhume does what for me exactly? If I make a terrible mistake, I can bring back something that I got rid of. It's free with corruption down. That has to be worth something. But I think it just slows me down. And Berserk, yeah, no thank you. The extra energy would certainly play, but I'm almost definitely taking an energy relic here unless the options are bizarrely bad. I wouldn't take Choker, for example. I mean, no way. You see the 30-something cards I just played? You've got the Helix, so the Berserk isn't that bad. Skip. No upgrades ever? Snecko Corruption is a very real thing, but it breaks my Dropkick Infinite. Does make us draw for days, but overall the deck doesn't say take Snecko. If we're already praying for Apotheosis, how about we keep praying with that Fusion Hammer? Honestly, the deck doesn't need many upgrades, and it does need a little bit more energy. If that's the case, why not take Mark of Bane? Because I hate having 2 wounds in my deck. I want those wounds to be on my terms, so that I power through with Second Wind. And we've already seen Medical Kit, right? So that's not happening. What is a good character to play Slay the Spire with at the start? This guy right here, red dude, the Ironclad. This relic is really good for newbies. Healing 6 hit points after every combat, very forgiving. And then when you get good, you start realizing that your health is a resource, and you start just churning through your burning blood to overextend for strength. There are so many upgrades though, right? Power through is good, corruption is good, second wind is good, uppercut is good, evolve is great. It means those rest sites are a complete waste of time if I take this. Alright, waste of time deck, go. Please, I need shops, I need Apotheosis. Apotheosis isn't very cheap though, it's a 200 ducat card. And I would like this game for once to remember. Somebody must know. There was a way to preset your colors on this, and I have completely lost how it's done. I always like to route with green, because it's a nice, easy color on the eyes. Red is jumping out and threatening. Blue is calming. And who would have thought gold is befitting the merchant? Might hit the double merchant on my desperate search for Apotheosis. This gives me good options. Elite rest, or rest no elite, either way into a shop. If I find Apotheosis here, sod the second shop. Also, Dead Branch remains a decent pivot. And I like question marks. Hey, there's a Berserk people told me to take. Not sure I even want you, Berserk. I might just get rid of you. I want my corruption down as soon as possible, if that's okay with everybody. Do I want it so much that I would throw away power through in the search for it? Yeah, go on, dig deep. I dug, but maybe not deep enough. We have a little bit more draw, just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit more. You're buffing up, but I'd rather take ne poivre damage if it's an option. There's corruption, and I don't have the energy to play it, says somebody who doesn't know what they're looking at. Infinite? I don't know about that. There's an idea to keep the shockwave for anyone that comes crawling back out of the woodwork. Wait, do I even block this? I don't, do I? No, I've only got 15 block here. Do I YOLO? Sure, I'll yo-yo. I'll YOLO. You disarmed, which was the right thing, but on the wrong person. Oh well. Yeah, I got greedy for the extra damage with a pen nib, and lo and behold, it came to hurt me. Ach well. Carnage almost removes one of these guys from the equation, almost. The damage is starting to stack up. Maybe I should stop and think about what I'm doing here. There is more draw to be had, and I almost know exactly what I'm drawing. It's Ghostly Armor or Second Wind, so that has to be good. On top of that, Did I say Second Wind? Alright, believe. Thank you, Second Wind. Should keep the fight relatively under control. Also thinning down my deck, something fierce. If I just play you, you get out of my face, and getting out of my face is good. Don't know about that one, Chief. I do want it gone, though, is the problem. Second wind has now been and gone. Maybe I could do with a second one of those. Because now getting rid of wounds just doesn't happen. Although they do draw, so it's not all bad. Not all bad, he says. Deck is still a little too big for my briefs, and we have Fiendfire as well. You're on your way back. Can't handle that, but I can handle having a complete deck like this. Infinite. Does this look familiar to anybody? I have to find the 9 key for this. Oh. It's unethical, isn't it? I don't think I care about setting up Happy Flower. I'll just... whatever we land on, we land on. I hate setup relics. If it kills me, it kills me. I just really don't enjoy setup relics. 8 and 7 is perfectly fine. I could wait, but screw waiting. No, just no. Yeah, definitely not. Right, what's in the box? Potions? I don't want potions, but I don't want to take your damage either. No, I'm quite happy with my potions, thanks. Just slap me in the Fazog. Wham! Her gloved fist collides with your face! You're the one that dragged me in here, though. This channel was never about ethics. He is right, though. Right, the trifecta here. Explodey, Daisy, and Spiky. I think getting Barricade down on this turn is a little bit delusional. I could always headbutt Exhumate if the stars align. We have Bash to go with Dropkick. I don't even want Brutality, just get it out of here. Energy, maybe. Probably not, though, right? I get the Dazes. The Evolve is actually immediately good. Alright, what you got for me? Close, but not quite what I was looking for. This has to go down. There's no other way, right? This could get painful. So I guarantee the kill with Pommel Strike, but nope. Drawing with Pommel Strike could land me in a bad place here. It's unlikely to get me anything good. No energy to play anything that I do with it. Headbutting brings back Dropkick, I suppose, for nobody that can use it. Alright, fine. Maybe I'll get... oh, right, the extra energy. How could I be so foolish? That doesn't do enough. Nothing here plays particularly well. Okay, that was a bit of a poor move by me. The Orichalcum tries, but it fails. Speaking of failing, wish I had that uppercut upgraded right now. You have got to be disarmed. You're a menace to society. Bummer. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. But I let it happen. How could this have happened? I even broke my pocket watch. I should have just taken the draw. Fortunately, Evolve is there to deal with my many sins. Do I care about Havocking here? Havocking Fiendfire could get me killed if it hits the Spiker, which is funny, but not what I'm looking for. I mean, it's very, very funny. For sure. Get the damage done while we can. Now we know what it hits. True Grit or Power Through. Neither of which are particularly compelling. There's a lot of trash here. Just say goodbye to the Repulsor. Really want some Exhaust Synergy. Feel No Pain. Dark Embrace. Where are you? Barricade solves the fight. Well, there's a lot of ways to solve a fight. I think that's enough block to deal with the Spiker. 9 and 5 is just one shy, but 10 and 5 is not. Even so... wait, why did I think I had the energy to play all of that? Attacks aren't free, Jake. And you just broke your happy flower. Good job. Oh well, just get me out of this fight. Couldn't... The Rupture is back with a plus, but we still don't hurt ourselves with our own cards, so ignore it. I like question marks. I mean, I should like fights more. The money plays, the card rewards are good, but I love question marks. Ooh! Now, this is a test of hubris. This fight gets out of hand within about 3 turns, so you need to have it in control by killing one within 3 turns or having ungodly amounts of power in the fight. But there's a rare relic to be had, and rare relic could be Dead Branch. That is exhaust synergy. I'll take the fight. I have insurance and full health, so how could we not win here? I hate to admit it, but Combust could play here. But it would immediately destroy my thing here, so I really don't think I want that. I'll just use it to draw another card. That's actually a pretty good use for Enchilada Gambling Chip. It gives you 1 more card to discard and draw with. Disarm does not particularly play here. Power Through could block me most of the way here. Pommel Strike will draw more. Oh, my energy is not set up for this. I'll draw 4 then. Gonna have to draw a bit more than 4, Chief. Okay, Corruption is here to help me out a lot. And I want to immediately Battle Trance my way through this. It's a shame that Barricade isn't happening. It's a double shame that I can't get Evolve down because I'm about to add a lot of wounds. This hurts. Because I have to play both of these in order to full block here. I'm just 1 shy. Because I got rid of my Disarm, didn't I? And my Exhume for getting back Disarm. Oh well. Hello, wounds. I hope they don't kill me on the redraw, because they could. I'm not in control right now. Having Corruption down is not being in control. Having Shockwave down certainly helps being in control, though. Since Second Wind is here, Havoc can't hurt anything too bad. So we're going to Shockwave and then Havoc, because it might hit the Dropkick. It does hit the Dropkick, making me even more Shockwavy. On the other hand... I'm not blocking here. Ouch. Kinda stinks to do this, but... Do I block another 5 or do I keep Fiendfire around? Gotta remember that was Pen-Nibbed Fiendfire. I might have actually killed if I'd thought about what I was doing there. Yeah, I'm almost certain I would have killed with that. Yeah, I would have had 2 more for that. No, I'd be a little bit shy. Was there another card? If I had 4 cards to go with it. Maybe. I also broke Pocket Watch. I need to pay more attention to that. There's a lot of not paying attention that I'm doing here. Oh well, take damage. That's what the Blood Potion's for. At least we get to use it. Oh, right, the burns. The burns when I don't have... The burns when I don't have Evolve down. So this is why I said this fight could get very painful very fast. And it is getting painful. And those wounds, remember the wounds? Fortunately, the game doesn't. But yeah, this is getting out of hand very fast. I need to get it back in hand on the freaking double. At least one of them need to die. Let's keep you out of my face for now. Yeah, we got Second Wind to save our grace. I just wish there were more wounds and such to Second Wind away. That's energy positive. This could draw some wounds that are good to smack away. I would like you very dead. But you're not very dead. You're not dead at all. I could actually barricade Second Wind. There's also the idea of bringing back Battle Trance to draw even more. It's even more to fizzle away. There's also the idea of getting Evolve down, because if I don't get Evolve down, my draw game is just not there. Yeah, what's a Second Wind even doing? Let's assume I play Barricade. I exhume the Battle Trance. I take 3 of these cards. I think we can make something work here. Battle Trance plays for all of the draw, and then I can know exactly what I'm dealing with. Fiendfire will erase one of these fools. I don't have a Shockwave anymore. Do I have a Bash? I do have a Bash. Notably, Evolve isn't down, and I'm still going to get burned. Oh, that's bad. That's really rather bad. Fiendfire could eliminate you, at least. Possibly. No, it's only 10 per. Why is it so low? Why am I so weak? That doesn't even kill. Yeah, we need Feel No Pain pretty badly. I think I have to saddle myself with Barricade second win and killing the back one. Sure. Killing the back one was meant to happen? Oh dear. I need to headbutt something that gets me out of here. I guess Dropkick at least does some damage. And draws a bit. Wait, why do I not have Evolve down? Oh right, Evolve is still there. Oh, this could get really bad. Well, I mean, it's getting really bad. This is gonna do a lot of things for me. Let's hope it does a lot of good things. Oh, wow. Okay, well, at least you're dead. And if I don't drink this, that makes 2 of us. Wow. Painful. And I'm still not in control of this fight. Let that be known. Because my drop kick is gone for some reason. Uh-oh. I might be dead here. Even Uppercut Fiendfire doesn't cut the mustard. And it reduces my deck to nothing. Well, more or less nothing. Yeah, we havoc the drop kick. Now we don't get to do what we kind of needed to do. You think Bash Fiendfire kills? The Fiendfire is only going to do 80 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 10, 80. And he's going to be on 83 health. Pommel Strike plus Fiendfire will kill him, though. Make sure that my deck and my hand is full, and then the Fiendfire will do 90. Wait, but he's not vulnerable that way. And I don't have extra energy coming in. This potion will revive me if I die, so I'm not dead here, but it's... Oh, I've got 5 energy. Whew! Okay, well, then we're fine then. Uppercut, Pommel Strike, Fiendfire, and he's dead. Done, and done poorly. Yeah, like I said, that fight gets out of control very, very quickly. Whew. We get ice cream. Alright, so when we can't spend all of our energy, we'll keep more. We get a replacement potion. Get another Evolve, but I'm not looking for 2 of them, so no thank you. I'm glad the fairy is alive, but we might have to rest here rather than take on this elite. Depends what this is. Could be a fight. Oh no! I'd love to check 3 times for Apotheosis, but I can only check twice. Alright, go on then. No Apotheosis. No Apotheosis. Taking that Master Strategy, though. That speeds us up. Enlightenment. Enlightenment could help out a lot with my good draw. Yeah, Barricade, Corruption, Shockwaves, Fiendfire, Uppercut, Bash. They all go down in cost. Alright, I'm sold. Discovery could be anything, yeah. Could be. I need to recall at some point. Let's not forget that. And at this rate, I'm going to have to recall here. Well, let's hope that Lee's Waffle is on sale here. Well, I take the Art of War and I ditch the Bronze Scales. Good trade. These waffle? No, nor is there Apotheosis. I think we just skip this altogether. There's Dark Embrace, and sure enough, that's good, but is it good enough? The real questions. I think we go for the shop, pray for Apotheosis and Lee's Waffle. Could be both. I like praying. Also, Feel No Pain would be better than Dark Embrace. And I'm not buying the freaking bomb. This energy is on sale, and I do like more energy. Do you have a Dark Embrace already? No. Although, the Enchilada could give me Dark Embrace for free. I believe that this has Lee's Waffle and Apotheosis for me. Let's believe. Gremlin Horn. Who are we fighting anyway? Donun Deka. Maybe plays. Well, it doesn't have either of those things, but it does have the Bag of Preparation, which is pretty big. Amazing synergy with the gambling chip as well. So that always gets bought. I am running into an elite. Resting might not be... well, it won't be possible. I need to recall here. So we have to rely heavily on this fairy. Troublesome. There's nothing that I particularly need to get rid of at this point. I could get rid of Havoc. It's starting to be a bit of a liability. That's $150 dues. And you know, this question mark could be another shop. 15% chance of a shop. Let's believe. It's not. It's the you are immediately dead transient. Okay, well, the immediate use of the gambling chip bag of preparation is coming in. Enlightenment is right here for me. Oh, that's good. Disarm doesn't play particularly well here, but Shockwave certainly does if I can find you-know-what. Only 3 cards to draw when I really, really want Corruption down. Barricade doesn't play here. It does, though. That's the thing. If I generate a lot of block and damage in one swell corrupt turn, then this guy has a bad, bad day. And Enlightenment makes it very, very playable. The thing is, the Uppercut also plays. I just want to draw more than 3 here. Yeah, Uppercut does double dip with damage and weakening this guy. It's a pretty big double dipper with Enlightenment. Let's give it a go. Ah. Well, I could Havoc. But if I Havoc Fiendfire, I'm in for a bad time in this fight. Are there any really bad misses? Corruption's great. Fiendfire is awful. Second Wind is awful. Let's do that at least. In fact, I'm more or less... well, I do guarantee a free turn here. So I would propose that we... make sure that we're safe first. I get extra energy next turn with any attack. Honestly, it looks pretty good. We've got Battle Trance, we've got Corruption, Master Strategies there, a good bit of block. He's weakened forever. Just a case of, do I want to Barricade? I think Barricade offers me some good insurance here. I'll take it. And let's see what Havoc would have done. Just bash. Not good, not bad. Alright, where are we going with this? Corruption? Corruption is good. Sure. Well, there's no Corruption, but there's my drop kicks. Sadly, they don't allow me to draw yet more. But keeping him permanently weakened and vulnerable is pretty big for this fight, so... Smack. Smack. Let's continue the smacking until morale improves. It's damage, it's draw, it increments these things. Is there anything better to have in my draw pile, though? This is what happens next turn. Power through. Corruption is there. There's no additional draw to be had, but nothing draws. So there's a few ways this could go badly. That said, Second Wind is tempting, but it's in my hand. So maybe I should have played Second Wind and then headbutted Second Wind. I didn't, of course, but perhaps I should have. Well, can't play the should-have game forever. If I bring Enlightenment, I make Corruption nice and cheap, but if it's played, then cheapness is not much of a concern. Yeah, give me the dropkick back. It does what we largely need to have done for this fight. Triggered away the Exhume. I can't imagine that I need it in this fight, though. The shockwaves don't play anymore. They've already gotten weakened for the whole thing, and Barricade makes getting block good. Or I could get rid of Bash. Yeah, get rid of Bash. Because Bash I can't get rid of through other means. Well, that's where the dropkick comes in. Thank you, please. Just go Corrupt for the hell of it. We'll see what the Master Strategy has for us. And then if nothing else, I can actually power through, Fiend Fire away the trash. And just generate a lot of block right now. Go away, I suppose. Go away, I suppose. Fill me up, Buttercup. And we're okay. Alright, I was a little worried at the start of this fight, mostly because of my tragically low health after that disastrous fight I took, but things are looking a lot better already. What's in the dropkick? Well, it could have been whatever I headbutt, but there was no option to have there. There's nothing that Enlightenment can reduce in cost anymore. It's just this uppercut, so let's enlighten the uppercut. There's a decent chance I draw a dropkick here. It was decent. We could kill the Transient. Do we like killing Transient? Sure, we do it so rarely, we might as well. So bring me back Master Strat, please. And then we... Hold on, what's here? Evolve. Yeah, sure. Goodbye, Evolve. And we're done. Dropkick. Pommel Strike into my dropkicks. Get my Pommel Strike again. And then... Oh, I shouldn't have done Pommel Striking again, because now I need to do this. Alright, huzzah! Yeah, you've taken down like 200 hit points of the Bronze Automaton. Was too exciting for you. Don't worry, we can leisurely take our time with the Transient. Happy Flower is going to be on 1. Doesn't have to be, I can set it up wherever I want it to be. Next fight is regular fight, so yeah, let's have it on 2. So I will let him wimpishly try to hit me this turn. That said, maybe it's more important to set up Pendant Nunchaku. Could even just let him... let's see, it's three turns. I should do the clever thing, right? And instead of doing this nonsense... No, if I set him up on the Suicide, then the Happy Flower will be on 0. That's unacceptable. Okay, I can slightly speed it up by playing the uppercut. It's strong. That might have even set my everything up a little bit better. 5 and 4. 6 and 5. 7 and 6. 8 and 7 is quite good. Although we don't know what we're drawing next turn. How many cards do I even have that are here? Not many, so if I just do this... Now we know what we draw. Happy Flowers on 2. We got 8 and 7 here. If I just tickle him... And I'm into tickling. Smoke Bomb. Oh, that means I cannot be killed in this engagement. And I don't need to take that engagement. That's the thing. If I think that my run is so assured that it's more important to just get out of this act alive, then I should consider the Smoke Bomb. Because this could be Reptomancer, and what exactly is my answer to Reptomancer? I think it's dying. Because we're not fast enough to deal with all Repto unless I top deck exactly what I need. And because I didn't buy Dark Embrace, we don't have the draw that we need to get our way down the deck to make everything happen fast enough. Turn 2 shits me for 100 staggered damage, so the fairy won't save me. I actually think we take the smoke bomb. Unthinkable, but I'm taking it. Oh, for Alright, we're fine. Okay. Check the card rewards first, Jake. Okay, well, Enlightenment is here together with Uppercut. We've got Master Strategy as well, a good start. They're not even hurting us. Do I even want to throw any of this stuff away? Master Strategy is good, Ascender's Bane going away is good-ish, but maybe just drawing better and having a better turn 1 is better. We don't even need this block unless we draw Barricade. Which we could, we've got a lot of draw coming in. I'll keep one of them as an insurance policy, and I don't think I want True Grit here. Must be a bug. Demon form again! Yes, how could it be? Alright, what's in the Master? Plenty of high-cost things to turn into low-cost things, like Shockwave. Love shockwaving my foes right off the get-go. I get extra energy if I play stuff. I'd love to play some stuff. Let's get Evolved down before I cause myself some problems here. Yeah, if I uppercut this Carnage is... If I Fiend Fire, I get energy, which I cannot use, so let's just disarm you for now. That Constricted will hit us no matter what we think we can do. Wow. That hurts. Dark Embrace and Corruption are together, and he's coming in for some smacking. There's a 2 and 8 that I Havoc drop kick, but that still doesn't get me the energy that I need. Could Dark Embrace Second Wind, a little dangerous, but it will draw and block. Don't like losing Corruption here, but I don't like dying either. You do have Ice Cream, Jake. I do have Ice Cream. And the Smoke Bomb's being saved for the Repto problems that are bound to happen. 1 energy. Remains 1 energy if I Headbutt, so I could actually Headbutt a block card like Power Through. And then Battle Trance into it. Yeah, I would like to preserve my health as much as possible here, given what a bad health situation we're in. Oh, I can even drop kick into it, can't I? Now we're safe, but how safe are we? This is our draw next turn. I can, of course, change what the draw is, but the dropkick plays, the Pommel Strike will draw stuff for me. The Exhume can bring in Corruption. Funny. Very funny. Yeah, Exhume Corruption. Doesn't really block for me, though. And if I Battle Trance, I might get Exhume right now and then be unable to play it. Yeah, the problem is that it uses up all of my energy, and I don't have Happy Flower next turn either. Oh well. Get blocking. We need to block 29 here. Dropkick reshuffles my deck. Not amazing. And there's no energy to be had here either. Exhume does draw, though. Okay, Second Wind also does not give me block. But Pommel Strike into Second Wind could give me some fodder for blocking. It does not. But I can Exhume Power Through. No Power Through. I can Exhume Master of Strategy and keep digging for some block this turn. I could also ask, do I have Lethal here? And the answer is no, not really, but I'm close. Always considering the killing option. Yeah, I think we Exhume Master Strategy and dig a little deeper. You might want Pocket Watch? No, I want to take no damage here. Second Wind only blocks for 10, so that's not good enough. Alright, Master Strat, what you got? Carnage is here as well. Now my hand is full. All right, well, we can enlighten the hand. Shouldn't have done that, actually. Should have saved that for a second wind. Whoops. But this still does some decent blocking. It blocks, what, 20? And that is sufficient. There's also the idea of carnaging, which is 36. 36 and 25? Well, that's plenty. We're also relatively set up. Oh, nice. Thank you, Enlightenment. Nice. We free ourselves from that entangle. Starting to feel a bit fragile. A Shrug It Off might help. A block card that self-cycles, works well with corruption, and it's pre-upgraded. Get in here, Shrug. Now, time for the smoke bomb. Okay, we're not going to throw it on the ground just yet. But we will use it the moment that assured damage is coming our way, because I don't want to die here. I'd far rather die here. Deck is just not strong enough for this nonsense. These things are lovely and low cost, but I need to go corrupt immediately if I want this fight to be won. I could even throw away Barricade, but there is a chance that I can generate a lot of block this turn if the cards go my way. Yeah, let's see what we get. Could we get a little better than that, please? That's not necessarily better. I should probably Battle Trance at this moment, because there's no more draw to be had. Sure. No corruption, Master Strategy coming at the very wrong moment. This already looks quite bad, but don't despair just yet. That's my job. Sure. No real extra energy to be had here. I could YOLO Havoc for Corruption or Shockwave. YOLO. Not Dropkick. Now Dropkick is gone, which could be considered bad. What does Havoc draw? Well, it doesn't draw, but yeah, got us that Dropkick. Gosh, I struggle to even kill this guy. And by struggle, I mean I cannot. Now, we're not using Smoke Bomb until we absolutely have to. Now, the absolute have to is coming up pretty quickly. I'll give it that. But it's not here just yet. Kind of need that drop kick, so I don't really want to Fiend Fire it away. What I could do is drop kick on you, power through, and then Fiend Fire away the rest of this stuff. It's good stuff, not stuff I want to get rid of, but I need these daggers gone if I want to have a hope of doing anything next turn. The problem is I need Corruption Dark Embrace down. And we have no more draw coming in, so I actually think I'm not sure there is even a potential draw that gets us through this. That's what my mind is telling me, and I should probably listen to that thing every now and then. Yeah, no draw, no draw. Pocket Watch is absurdly broken. Ice Cream Energy next turn is a consideration, I'll give you that. And we could save what we have right now. Because then we could get Dark Embrace Corruption down and just beans it, and that's the only way I think we could do that. I'm not taking damage here yet, so we can end the turn. But 100's coming in my way. We must not end the turn. Wait, no, we're just dead, right? There's no draw here at all. Nope. Yeah, we must Smoke Bomb or we die. We have no hope. At best, I can headbutt something to increment this, but yeah, this is why I took that Smoke Bomb. I'm out. Because if I don't do this, I'm dead. I mean, I could do this for good measure. I fart in your general direction, and I'm gone. Yeah, living is paramount. No reward when you flee. That's why I don't like Smoke Bomb. It's one of those lose more potions. When things are going bad, they'll go even worse for you, but... well, we're alive. We were alive. Corruption from the get-go. Corruption Dark Embrace from the get-go. That's got to be considered good. I think I just want this hand. Although I don't have the energy to go Corruption Dark Embrace at once. All the more reason that an upgrade to Corruption would go a long, long way. If I can't play Dark Embrace, do I just shuffle it out? Because I might be able to headbutt it down the line. Yeah, lack of energy is really hurting this deck a lot. Dig deeply, dig greedily. Oh, snap! I completely forgot about the Enlightenment possibilities. Oh well. Thumph. Go Corrupt. Get that Shockwave down. I'll get the Flame down for good measure. That's already going to be blocking just fine, so let's start dealing some damage. The extra energy and draw from you is very welcome. Could Shockwave again for the lols, but I don't think I want to do anything for the lols right now. Can immediately get... let's see what's in Battle Trance. Love me evolves. I've got the wonderful combo. Power through. What's in the Shrug? Might as well bang. Oh, right, we have no draw. Never mind then. I'll get you down. I could power through again for the laugh of it. There we go. I think that's enough block to get us through this. 40% hoping for a replacement potion here. Using smoke bombs, so when you know your deck needs some work, yeah, I have not got it fast enough is the problem. And the severe lack of upgrades is a big part of that. Corruption, Dark Embrace are too expensive to play together, and even though I have a good amount of draw, I need even more. Immolate would make it sing in that fight, especially with the Horn. Yeah, worth remembering that I have the Horn. I think I completely forgot that for the Repto fight, but it doesn't matter. That draw that we got was impossible to really see our way through. Headbutt's taking its sweet time to come to me. Shockwave doesn't though. Shockwave's nice. Gosh, where's my freaking draw? Shouldn't have thrown away Dark Embrace. Should have thought about what I had. One of these does not multi-hit, right? I don't know, and that book is too long to read. I could even just pass and enjoy my vast quantities of energy knowing what I want to still play. Carnage will go away on its own as well. I have Evolve down, so... Nah. Back you come with your lifelink, and here I come with my 10 energy, which I might struggle to use here. I'm not sure I want to YOLO the Havoc, although I can headbutt something for the Havoc, like this drop kick. Enlightenment, oh wonderful. Havocing Fiendfire is very dangerous, so maybe I don't want to Havoc Fiendfire. I'll Havoc one of those quite handily. Let's just get you out of my face. Pocket Watch is a long-forgotten dream at this point. And Dropkick is still there, so now we're pretty good. Down you go. And a slight problem that you might notice here. Back one is not vulnerable. So I need to have alternative ways of killing him. Am I satisfied with this setup going into Donu Deka? I will have the Happy Flower energy to put me on an assured 5. And I think I'm okay with that. Body Slam and Barricade. No. Just no. There are no powers that I feel like duping here. I only have 2 powers. 3 actually. I've got Evolve. But I think this is just a skip. Like I said, I can't take anything that slows me down. Barricade Plus is fun when you think about things that you can do, but our whole strategy is to drop kick to death. Do need to stop and think about Time Slug. If I run into Time Slug, what's my answer? Obviously to roll the turn 1 free demon form, and then I'm good. Dual wield turn 1 free power. That requires dual wield to always be there. And the power to be something I want to play. I wouldn't want to play something like Berserk, probably. Dying is your answer. Oh, well, that's a good one. Certainly an answer. Yeah, what the hell do I do against Time Slug? Is Time Slug such a problem that I need this Body Slam? There's only 50% chance that I fight Time Eater to begin with. Body Slam is a very real attack. It doesn't just go away because you want it to, but it is pre-upgraded, meaning it's free. And if nothing else, that'll proc some of these nice things for me. I deeply regret this, but I'm going to take Body Slam. And I must recall here, we always go for the heart. Alright, Donu Deka. Oh, free barricade. It's not Headbutt or Exhume or Carnage's time to shine, but it could easily be double power through for barricade, pay off immediately. This looks like blocking the turn. Looks like a lot of things, the turn. Let's get this going while the going is good. Surely I want Dark Embrace, no questions asked. Maybe I can shrug just in case we get Enlightenment or Corruption, because I don't think I have a problem going Corrupt immediately in this fight. Nah, not with 2 Shockwaves. We can tear through their artifact and then infinite them very quickly. Yeah, that answers your question there, Felix. I believe Corruption as soon as possible is to be had here. The problem with Battle Trance, of course, is it blocks any more draw, and Dark Embrace could still draw... yeah, stuff could still draw, so let's shrug first. Okay, Disarm's not what the Doctor ordered. Gonna Battle Trance now, then. Ugh, that's not what I wanted. Now I have to choose between Corruption or Dark Embrace. Not an easy choice, really. But we still have Pommel Strike Plus and Master Strategy in the draw pile. I say we just go Corrupt immediately. That said, I might want one of these cards back in the future, so maybe I power through and then Corruption. Although Evolve is good as well. The block won't last forever. Doesn't necessarily have to, though. Alright, go Corrupt and go Evolving. Start peeling away that artifact. 2 strength, I'd rather the weakness played a little better, so... Given my choices, Donu has to die, so they don't get too strong. Oh man, this is so much potential Dark Embrace draw that I'm not getting. I'm sorry, Panacea. The wounds I don't mind, I've already played Evolve. But the block is extremely limited, which is a shame. Also, Barricade exists and is another thing I don't want to see. Yeah, once again, I could get rid of all this and draw with Dark Embrace. Not playing Dark Embrace was a bit of a mistake to make. Your draw is ass. You think I don't know that? I'm quite keenly aware of that. I think I'm going to keep the Pocket Watch here and the Art of War. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I can do next turn, so let's do this. Just breaking my Helix here as well. Body Slam is damage, yeah, but it also breaks Art of War, which if I don't play an attack, gives me extra energy next turn. Then again, I already have Ice Cream. And I'm not even sure I want to see these cards again. I've already brought a lot of wounds into my deck, which is quite unfortunate, but I still have Second Wind to get rid of them if it comes to that. I think these cards have to go. The Enlightenment and the Fiendfire. That said, I should Enlightenment then Fiendfire so that I still don't break Pocket Watch, and I save 1 energy, which I would otherwise be losing with Art of War. Yeah, okay. Alright, goodbye, Helix. You served me well. Why do I have so much health? 51. I don't have Pantograph, do I? Where'd all that health come from? I thought it was on 27. Yeah, Burning Blood, but Burning Blood doesn't burn that hard. Okay. There's my shockwave to give me the Vuln that I need. I could also bash you to keep you weak, which I might need to do right now because I'm kind of suffering at the moment. That barricade is not a concern. In fact, I can just True Grit it away because it's never being played. Second Wind takes care of it anyway, though. I'd rather draw into some other targeted exhaust stuff, like all those accursed wounds that I have. What is he thinking? He's thinking... well, nobody knows what he's thinking. He doesn't have Dark Embrace down either. I could Havoc the Pummel Strike Plus. I don't want to, though. It could be a very important draw tool for me. Let's see what's coming my way first. Smoke Bomb doesn't heal unless you have... oh, hey, there's Dark Embrace. Good. Very good. I don't have the thing that makes potions heal, do I? But it does make you Burning Blood heal at the end of combat. There is that. Anyway, with Dark Embrace, this should be a done deal. And I got rid of my Make You Cheaper item as well. That's pretty good. Now we just want to kill these guys as soon as possible. I'd also like to Second Wind away all these statuses, but there are many things I want. I think in the interest of freeing up some space in my deck, I'm going to True Grit away the Barricade right now. And I'm going to try and get all of my nasty things in my hand at once to Second Wind them. That's a lot of stuff that I have here to Second Wind, though. I can exhume the Second Wind if they're not together. Currently they are together. What other options do I have? I could bring back Shockwave and just make sure they're weak and vuln forever, but I already have my Uppercut still, right? Yeah, Uppercut is there, so I don't need that. So the question is, do I Second Wind this? Because Exhume is gone if I do that. I think we wait a moment. There might still be good stuff waiting for me in here. Like my Uppercut. You're the one I'm going to want longer Weaken Vuln on. And there's my Shrug, and that's all my statuses. So Second Wind, if you're going to shine, now is the time to shine. I'm not sure I want Battle Trance anymore. This brings my deck down to virtually nothing. I could Havoc either of these and be happy. Yeah, that's fine. Goodbye, Carnage. Hello, Headbutt. And now we're down to Dropkick Central. Alright, I think we won. I think we've even won on this turn. With Happy Flower on 2, that's not a bad deal. It's a pretty good deal, even. Could Headbutt the Dropkick to make sure it's there, but no, we're going to draw everything. We're done, right? Yeah, we're done. Good fight. On turn 3. Was that perfect? I think it was. My Helix blocked the only potential damage there. Alright, now I know this has been a bit too exciting for some people, but just hold on to the edge of your seats here. You paid for the full seat, but you're only going to be using the edge. We could spice it up by smacking Deka. Breaking his plated armor makes a very satisfying chunk. I like that. Kicking a donut, what a thrill! No Dr. Freeman form either here to give me strength every turn. I'll do what I can to set things up. If I really grinded down the numbers, I could figure out what to pen nib on who right now for the ultimate output, but you know who's not doing that? Me. Whatever it lands on, it lands on. I'm not so desperate to be a world record Ironclad holder. I think I could, if I really put the work in, I reckon I could be some kind of record holder for this. But that sounds like investment. Does Deka have to watch Donu die or vice versa? Seems like a tougher fate for Deka. How do they see? Oh, they probably just feel instead of seeing. I think the donut guy looks out of his hand things. Look like he could have eyeballs at the end of it. The most pats on the back per run holder. A deserving title. How's this looking? It's 7 per play. I think we're good, actually. Get our pen nib and our other thing up to a reasonable value. 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect setup. 9, 8, 2. We heal a bit more, and then we step into the rousing round of the Time Bugger. Yeah, this was the fight I brought Body Slam for because I was really afraid of it, but I don't actually think Body Slam will be enough for this guy. My block game is insufficient. Corruption is going to make me run out of block very quickly. I really don't think I have an answer for this guy, and of course I didn't draw Demon Form this time. Brutality, to make sure your time is running out. Well, we brought the Fairy this far, but I even don't think the Fairy will be enough. Time Slug is a very unpredictable opponent. And my deck just doesn't have what it takes to beat him. I got Barricade, sure, but my power throughs are not upgraded. My corruption will make them go away. I have no entrench. I need a really, really good power through second win block bonanza to even have a chance at this guy. Fortunately, Dark Embrace is here at the top of my pile, so how do we play this? I do not want to play Brutality. Body Slam, it's not your time. Disarm is quite good. In fact, Disarm and Exhume Disarm will buy me some much needed time. The drop kicks could play, but honestly, it's probably not what I'm looking for here. My Carnage is pen-nibbed right now, but maybe not. Brutality to get rid of the draw debuff. The problem is that pings my block that I have right now, and I like to think that I could block this. Yeah, he's multi-hitting, so Disarm with power through would go a long way here. Disarm will draw with the Dark Embrace. Yeah, drawdown could be savage if I don't play Brutality. But I'd rather draw right now. Alright, what you got? Like I said, it's not Corruption's time to shine. That said, Corruption would make this turn a lot better. I can Corruption, Dark Embrace, Shockwave, Block, Disarm, the whole works, but it's my belief that I would run out of block if I did that. Pretty fast as well. This guy's aggressive and he hits like a truck. Is that true? With the Disarm and the Exhuming of the Disarm, I could really slow him down. The thing is, I have no strength gain, so my ways of dealing great damage would slow down a little too fast, and like I said, no block to go with it. Oh, it's just such a pivotal moment. This is Hannibal attacking Rome levels of pivotal. Could I win if I corrupt immediately? There's no way, right? I wouldn't generate the block, he would come and ruin my day, and it would all be to set up an infinite that he time steals away from me. There's no huge payoff for saving up energy either, no way to generate strength. Pocket Watch will help with the draw, to be sure, if I don't play a lot of anything. So what am I doing here is the question. Dark Embrace, Disarm, Shockwave. Just eat the incoming damage. And then I can draw plenty next turn. Yeah, how do I win? What do I set up to destroy this guy with? Because my infinite won't work. Such a shame, you know, the Awakened one would be such a chump to destroy. Because I could just play my powers and blitz through him and he wouldn't even know what hit him, but this guy is different. Just built different. I need to ship him off to France, but how? The thing is, if I take this on my Helix, he's going to hit me for 32 next turn, and I'll be even worse state. But it's not like I have a lot of other options that don't involve going corrupt right now. Could do with that Enlightenment to make this very expensive hand cheaper as well. Alright, let's do what we know what we're going to do, which is this. Battle Trance. There's no energy to battle trance into, but getting Exhume for another thingamajigger would be pretty cool. Alright. Regrettable, but the buffer goes away to virtually nothing here. That battle trance doesn't help in some way, does it? Not that I can think of. Alright, hit me. Wait a second. That Orichalcum. It blocked. It blocked like 2 damage. Amazing. Alright, well, we're drowning in energy at least. Gotta have something going for us. Like to imagine I'm exhuming that that weakening him sauce immediately. Because when he time warps, he gains 2 strength. Also worth remembering that I have my self-forming clay. I kind of wish I pinged myself for damage a bit more. I want that brutality, actually. Where's my headbutt? Headbutt is there. Master strategy is here. Some interesting ideas are coming to mind. Power through's here to help. There's headbutt. I think I need that self-damage for self-forming clay, and I need the draw, because he's about to draw down me as well, which is unacceptable. I don't even have Barricade in play either. Could YOLO Havoc on the 1 in 4 Barricade here. In fact, anything other than Evolve is pretty good to hit. Maybe I'll want that uppercut down the line, so maybe not. But I can still draw a bit more. I can also headbutt something to hit with Havoc, but the more I think about that, the less I like it. Just headbutt the brutality and get it in play. I need it. I need it pretty badly. That said, I could draw into Barricade and hit it with Enlightenment right now. Quite like that. How long to your punishment? What, you think I know that? I certainly don't. This only draws 3 instead of 4. I'd rather draw 4, but I don't want to spend energy. Alright, don't let me down. It doesn't let me down. Enlighten, Barricade, Brutality. Small problem here, which is actually a big problem. If I do that, I stop now. Or I only have 1 card play next turn. 1 card play next turn, you've got to believe that's bad. I mean, he could do Ripple next turn, which would be funny. Ripple is the lowest possible chance attack that he'd do. He will be weakened whatever he does, though. I really want that Evolve in play as well, though. Havoc has 2 cards. Does that help? No, because I don't want it to hit any of these. But that might be still worth doing. Just to stop me being stuck in a really grim situation. I really want Evolve down because he's going to slime me. Yeah, blocking is one thing, but staying alive is another. Alright, well, we still have Bash for Vulnerable, right? Yeah, alright. Go for it. Sorry, Dropkick. Sorry, everything else I got rid of. Alright, save me Brutality. Oh, he's not even attacking this turn. Bollocks. I'm not sure it's ever really time to go Corrupt in this fight, as sad as I am to say that. But at least I can just unload on the guy right now. It's... And I have Barricade down, so if nothing else, I can get a ton of block going. I don't think Carnage will be shining in this fight. Corruption could still shine towards the end, so let's not count it out just yet. Havoc... I kept that Body Slam in the thought that I might need it for this fight. Do a Shockwave right now, then there's no Shockwave for later. And when he comes out of his foolish phase, I'm going to be in a bad spot. But that's a while away. Perhaps the bigger concern is the here and now. Sure. Thank you, Body Slam. Then I can Havoc the Headbutt. And then I can bring back whatever I want, which frankly is the Evolve right now. I want to be able to draw when those slimes come my way. I can bring back Havoc. That's a laugh. We have the Power Through Second Wind combo with the gods, but it gets rid of Corruption, which is dangerous. Very dangerous. Well, quite a lot of things are dangerous right now. I'm on 4 cards next turn. Let's hope it's enough. 34 damage? Nah. Whew. Yeah, but there are 2 punishment games coming. There's us undoing his drawdown. Second Wind once again threatening to get rid of Corruption. I have to make a judgment call here. Do we ever corrupt in this fight, or do we say that Power Through Second Wind Barricade is enough to save our bacon? I'm going to say it's a no Corruption fight, because I think Corruption gets me killed here. Sucks to be frail, but Power Through Second Wind it is. Havoc? Anything good or bad? Quite a lot of bad, yeah, like that Fiend Fire. Damn you, Havoc. Goodbye, Corruption. Bye-bye, Havoc as well, which is quite funny. Well, we do outblock him for now, but only for now. I need to maintain that weakened Vuln on him. The slimes aren't necessarily bad. And it's worth remembering that I have Ice Cream. The draw game next turn is so-so. Don't like Battle Trance ending my blocking days, of course. Yeah, I know, 2 plays left. I'm just contemplating the drop kick right now. Could also trigger it away the slime. That actually sounds rather nice. Keep the deck lean so I know what I'm going in for. And Shrug is just good, right? Yeah, get me that block. Although this generates energy. No, block is good. Hello, Enlightenment. Goodbye, Enlightenment. Goodbye, block. I am on a timer with Brutality, which is extra funny. But Time Bugger here just needs to die. Although he's gaining strength rapidly, he's undone all of my my disarming. Playing with an almost entirely unupgraded deck here. Feels bad. Where was Apotheosis? Where, oh where was Apotheosis? There's good opportunity for Power Through Second Wind if I can draw well. I might be able to draw well. Gonna take a chance on you first. Well, there's both of my Power Throughs. You have to imagine that Second Wind's on its way. You have to imagine it's on its way. That is not Second Wind. But I do need to generate some block here. Could even power through, True Grit, Body Slam. Just imagine what could be done with a an Entrench here. Entrench would end the fight. In my favor, no less. The wounds do draw for me, but they could end up with hand clog issues, so I'm not too keen on playing around with them. Second Wind is there if I want to chance it with the drop kick. Gets rid of the wounds. Ah, I have no draw. Right, one of these days I'm going to remember that. Keep the energy or gain 11 block. $11 block is also some damage. 3 card plays next turn. Art of War not a consideration there. Drawing, however, is... Alright. We're getting somewhere with this. Second Wind can get rid of some nasty garbage and give me a lot of draw. Is there anything I don't want to draw into to Second Wind? Yeah, but Power Through is fine, so this is okay. Combo of the gods. Alright, we're on to something here. Imagine what would be happening with corruption right now. I'm telling you right now, it'd be bad things. Power through second wind. Oh, I like it. Uppercut is here as well. I need him vulnerable for a wee while. And I don't need him weakened right now. Battle Trance. I might even be okay getting rid of Battle Trance. It just doesn't do too much for me right now other than stop my turn. Power through. Power through. Last call on Battle Trance. Bye, Battle Trance. Hope I'm not foolish for this. Enlightenment goes away as well. Wait, I should have played Enlightenment to begin with to make some other stuff cheaper. Well, I didn't, so too bad. Goodbye, Enlightenment. Unless I want to Enlightenment uppercut. I do, actually. Keep that vulnerable going a little longer. Now, follow-up thought. If I hit him right now, it's foolish, but I could kill him. Killing is good. Can I kill him? Yes, I can. Observe. Be gone. Okay, that was a difficult fight, and we clawed our way through it towards the final act, and we're going to be at full health, so it was a perfect fight. Full health because I have the You Cannot Upgrade relic, and there's nothing else to do at this campfire. Yeah, that was a big brain body slam. It also leaves Nunchaku set up for Spear and Shield, but the Happy Flower is not very happy right now. Didn't want to risk things not going well on the next turns with the Time Slug, though. Alright, what'll it be? Dual-wielding fairies. Still no apotheosis, meaning we'll never get it unless it's in the toolbox. How much do we believe the 1 in 70-something that apotheosis is in this toolbox? Actually, it's 3 hits, and it's maybe not 70. I can get you together with... Not you. I'm 2 ducats shy. Well, it's never not toolbox, right? Means I don't get my fairy, but I can get Distilled Chaos. Speed Potion doesn't do much, sadly. There's no way to block the downside. So I guess we just take the Distilled Chaos. There's no way to block the downside. Yeah, it's not Fire Breathing's time to shine. Seldom is. Yeah, there's nothing better to do with my money, and it's not that ghostly armor, so this will have to do. No rush, no rush. I don't know, I'm feeling a bit of a rush. Spear and Shield. Brutality is back, and it's not Apotheosis. It is, however, Secret Technique. Secret Technique could get me Master's Strategy to really start clawing down the deck. Yeah. It's also yet another card for my opening gambling chip. Yeah, her lucky coin is here. Oh, there's Dark Embrace and Corruption. I am of the opinion that we do not mess around in this fight. And would you look at that? We actually have 5 energy. Good, good. What do we do with that 5 energy? I'm going to dig for Enlightenment, because Enlightenment would be pretty biblical here. Does that mean I even want to get rid of my guaranteed block? No, it doesn't mean that. 4 shots is Enlightenment? Wait, Secret Technique is guaranteed Enlightenment. Okay, rethink. With Secret Technique, I have 5 energy, 4 energy, 3 energy, skills are free, and I draw, and I think we can just win. Especially if I can immediately get my infinite going, and there's very little reason that I cannot. So is there anything here I'm absolutely not playing? Yeah, Brutality. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. Yeah, this could be like the best opener I've ever seen on Spear and Shield. Not true, I've killed them turn 1 with even the Ironclad before. Even disarm plays to strip artifacts so that I can get shockwave down for Reek and Voln. There's an argument that dropkick doesn't play here. Not an argument I'm buying, though. Goodbye, brutality. Alright, battle trance. In that case, I absolutely secret technique for enlightenment. Shame that barricade doesn't get benefit of it, but this is not a barricade fight. I mean, if I can, I'll play it, but it ain't barricade's time to shine. There's an argument that says use pommel strike to draw. Another chance to find enlightenment. That said, if I'm going for enlightenment anyway, why not do it this way? No, there's arguments here. There's arguments everywhere, really. Is there an argument for killing you first? It's easier. Nah, but turn 2 is where you come and ruin my day. If I can kill you, my life gets a lot easier. Alright, we didn't really get what I was after. Carnage is here to become cheaper, but that's not really here nor there. Uh-oh. I fat-fingered that. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I accidentally double-clicked there. Oh, that is really, really, really bad. This just went from a guaranteed fight to big, big amounts of trouble. No, I'm not going to save scum for an accident, for a mistake that I just made there. Distilled Chaos could hit Fiendfire, which is unacceptably bad, so that's not acceptable. Neither is Havocing here. Ooh, well, there's a fool here, and he's feeling really foolish. And I have no extra way of getting energy. That's not necessarily true. It's mostly true, though. What's more important, Dark Embrace or Corruption? It's got to be Corruption, right? Oh, that is so bad. And because I played my my Pommel Strike, I was planning on playing Body Slam to get the 5th energy to play Dark Embrace Corruption no matter what, but since I played Pommel Strike, it's not an option now. What could help me out here? God, I don't know. It's not about valid or invalid. I don't like save scumming, so it's not going to happen. This might change my ideas, like turning around and eyeing up the Spire Spear instead. Yeah, go on then. Oh, I really wish I was drawing with all this exhausting. This is my only draw, and it might not be good enough. In fact, I should do it right now. There's Enlightenment. Oh, okay. Slightly saved. That means Dark Embrace does get played. There's no barricade for vast amounts of blocks. I might not even play things like Power Through. I'll just take my 12 on the chin. At this point, do I care about Havocing? Because it could hit something really good like Shockwave. Could hit something bad like Master Strategy or Fiendfire. Is Fiendfire even that bad here? Might not be. What is bad is next turn's draw. There are 2 burns on the top. So, unless I get some skills to exhaust and keep drawing, you know, worst draw would be Headbutt, Dropkick, Evolve, and then I can do nothing but cry as I take massive amounts of damage. The Distilled Chaos is there if things go really bad, though. Yeah, too many bad things to Havoc here. It's a little too dangerous. Ghostly Armor disappears anyway. Playing it doesn't generate me any real block, though, because the 21 is blocked by this. If I get these together, that's 25. That does block some of the incoming, but not enough to lose Power Through, I think, and generate wounds when I don't have Evolve in play. Okay, just paying for my foolishness. At least we get some extra draw this way. Alright, Shockwave is here, Master Strategy is here. We have some tools at our disposal then. Get that down immediately. Now you're vulnerable, which allows Dropkick to immediately play. Ascender's Bane is here. That 10 by 4, that I can't just laugh off. I gotta do something about that. I could bring Enlightenment back to make Barricade play, but I don't really generate excess block currently. Bringing Shockwave back for the big weakened Vuln is also quite plausible. But I should see what's in Master Strat and shrug it off first. Power through Second Wind, lovely combo of the gods. At this rate, I am thinking about getting Barricade down, because now Power through Second Wind does a ton. There's nothing to really enlighten here anymore. But I would still like Evolve down, if you don't mind. I could still get Evolve down, especially since I want this down right now. And there's my Evolve. And we know what's there. I could actually not even bother bringing back Enlightenment for Power through Second Wind things. The deck is getting very, very small right now, which is okay. Whew, really sweating here to dig myself out of the grave that I've made. But I am okay with that. Alright, don't double-click it this time like a bell end. Why power through when you can power through? Difficult choices. I can make some space for my power through garbage. Although, not really making space, I'm just drawing 2 more if I do that. There's this, but it's too weak, especially with my strength down. The wounds draw, but the second wind goes away, so I'm not very keen on making making problems for my future self. Get Barricade out of the way right now, and then I can power through. Then I can Second Wind. I can even True Grit before I Second Wind. Assuming that Brutality and Havoc can go, it might even be a good idea. Sorry, Fiendfire, it's not your day. Yeah, Brutality and Havoc can just die a death. Okay, whew, that was tough. But we preserve the potions and we mostly get out of this unmolested. Anybody remember this routine? Happy Flowers on 2, by the way. Just as planned. And remember, this is energy positive. It's not block positive, although if you mix in a block card, it would be. Gosh, that was rough. I have never made that mistake before, and I can't even blame the Logitech double-click. I know exactly what it was. I had that feeling of, okay, I just clicked, and I was like, wait, I didn't. So you go for the click again, but you had, and then, oops. Away it all goes. That's my fault for being cocky and, like, holding up my card like this, like, I'm gonna play a card. And then I slip, and then I came very close to dying there, but my poor overworked luck stat was there to help me out. Currently filing a report with me saying, I'm so tired, boss. And we can end this on 9-8-2, which is perfect. 40 card play, good times. At the final moment, the Mummified Hand, an excellent Chad relic. Not so excellent with this deck, given that I have a staggering 3 powers, 4 powers, 5 powers. Okay, Mummified Hand, you're welcome to the team. How many powers? Ooh. It's got to be that Inflame, right? I still have problems. I just mentioned that I'm not block positive with my setup. If I have Inflame, I kick the Heart's ass a little bit faster. But if I have Blood for Blood, I have a 0-cost card that deals a lot more damage than Dropkick. It is a brick, though. It's a brick I gotta carry through the whole fight. But once I have my deck slimmed down, it's gotta be worth it, right? This is tough. All of these have a compelling argument to make. Probably Dark Embrace the least, considering I already have one. But if I have 2 Dark Embraces, it's faster to get Dark Embrace in play, and it's more likely to draw it with Enlightenment. I have no other source of strength. Heart is going to punish me with Beat of Death pretty heavily. Also works with Mummy Hand particularly well, that Inflame does. But if that is an argument for it, then surely it's the same argument for Blood for Blood. It's another card added to my deck in the same way. But when I thin my deck down, I can mix in the Blood for Bloods with the drop kicks. And it does a lot more damage, 22 instead of 5, which is actually 33 instead of 7. That's a lot faster for dealing damage, and I need to deal damage quickly. On the other hand, Inflame brings it from 5 to 7 damage to 7 to 10? Does 7 go up to 10 or 11 with Vulnerable? I can't remember. Getting Dark quicker? Maybe yours sinks to the bottom of the deck. Yeah, that's what I'm considering about the Dark Embrace. I need that Dark Embrace for speed. I also have to use Corruption about halfway through. Well, we could get very fortunate and do what we did with Time Slug again. Lots of nice power through second wins, but the deck is really clunky for that. And it becomes even worse when I add any of these cards to the deck. Yeah, the Infinite does take less Beat of Death, but it still takes a ton of Beat of Death. It takes like 20 rousing rounds of drop kicking, and that is 40 or 60 damage to me, which I can't really sustain. And I have to do that about 4 times. All of these are good, damn. Inflame gets exhausted with Corruption. No, Corruption gets rid of skills. None of these are skills. Powers go away regardless once you play them. This attack would not. But I still think the attack could speed us up in the Infinite phase. Body Slam is your win condition. Body Slam worked out well before. The problem is with a Heart, I can't preserve block the same way I did against Time Slug. Heart hurts really fast, hard, consistently, and with Beat of Death. I really don't think I can Body Slam the Heart to death. Body Slam I picked up only to kill Time Slug. And it did its job. Did its job remarkably well. It also did some spillover duty on Spear and Shield. I think it's Dark Embrace. We have to be fast here. Exhausts, exhausts, exhausts. 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 Exhausts a ton. Exhausts. Yeah, it's going to be a double Dark Embrace. Hopefully not a bad idea. Jeez, that Inflame is still speaking to me. It is saying, pick me, you'll never deal enough damage without me. Double Dropkick is energy positive, 1 energy every 10 plays. So for every 20 Beat of Death I take, I can do a power through, which will block for 15. But also, all the damage I take playing that will come back and save me by way of self-forming clay. So taking Beat of Death is not the end of the world. I also have Fairy in a Bottle to bail me out. Believe. Ooh, turn 1 0-cost Barricade. Probably won't play for this fight, but if the card draws in such a way that I get all block and nothing to block against, it could help out. Gotta remember, with self-forming clay, I don't want too much block, as crazy as that sounds. Blind ensures weakness on the Heart for at least the first attack. Discovery could be anything, but there's no Ironclad card that I'm desperate for other than Entrench. And the odds of Entrench here are like 3 in 70. Blind is the obvious pick here, but is it obvious enough? Yeah, that's what I'd like from a boss relic. You gain 1 energy, but on card rewards you must always take all or none. Discovery could also be Feel No Pain, right? So there are some good hits on Discovery. It also exhausts, which is very nice of it to do. But I could be really, really screwbarred next turn if I don't get weak down. Play the random game. Also worth remembering that I want to buffer the big hit, so I need some block here. That's some block here, so is that. There's my turn 1 Dark Embrace, and even some Shrug. This looks quite good. Dropkick, you're out. Ascender's Bane will draw for next turn, and I'm highly doubtful that I'm going to Pocket Watch this turn. I'm going to get Barricade, Discovery, all my blocking because of my Barricade, actually, despite me just talking about not blocking due to having self-forming clay. I have 5 energy as well. 6 if I play 2 attacks, but, you know. Is it just 1? Am I only digging 1 here? I'm not sure I like Power Through all that much because of the wounds without... because of the... yeah, the wounds without Second Wind, or really any way to get rid of them. God, I would have loved a Medical Kit. Draw 2, huh? I need to get set up as soon as possible, but not by corrupting. Believe in the shockwave. Shockwave would be wonderful to find early on here, which is a good argument to dig deeper, like throw away Ascender's Bane. Yeah, actually do throw it away, because with Dark Embrace down early, it shouldn't be too difficult to dig. Discovery will also help me dig, although it's going to be expensive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 energy. I'd like to play even more, frankly. If I do that, I got 5... Yeah, get rid of... Get rid of Power Through, for now. That disarm saves me from the multi-hit immediately, so I can not take damage from the multi-hit and then block the big hit, and then I'm very, very well set up. That's good. That's very, very good. Remember the Mummified Hand. I'm remembering it, but it's not guaranteed to hit anything that I want to play here. I propose we start with Shrug It Off, because if Ghostly Armor goes away, at least it draws me for next turn, and I'm okay with it going away. Master Strat. I can save that for later. It's not a bad thing. What are you hitting then? Ghostly Armor? Huh. Well, if Barricade's going down, then playing Ghostly Armor seems like a freebie. Like I said, I am not getting my pocket watch out of all of this. Discovery, what are you made of? Impervious! To go with my Barricade, and it exhausts? On the other hand, Berserk. Too vulnerable. That's actually okay. 1 vulnerable goes away here. I'll be vulnerable anyway for the next 2, and he doesn't attack me the one after. That's just 1 free energy, and it procs Mummy Hand. But this is 30 block. What's better, 30 block or 1 more energy every turn for the rest of the fight? Also, this makes another card free. Could be Uppercut, actually, but that doesn't really play at all. Pick Impervious. Doesn't play all that well because the block... I'm counting on this going away from his big hit. So this block is wasted if it just gets largely chunked by his big hit anyway. Berserk does also play with Ice Cream. You know what, Berserk? You're a sign from the gods. We've got a lot of signs from these gods today. Gotta remember I want to play that Disarm. But the Barricade will make something free, and so will Berserk. Uppercut. Not Disarm, but Inflame. 50-50 on the card that I want. Alright, but we save the energy anyway. Alright, so he doesn't hurt me with his multi-hit. As long as I can block for, like, 10 or so. Oh, that is crap. That's really quite crap, actually. I want that Shockwave down. But if I play the enough cards to get Shockwave down, I won't be able to block anymore. As in, I will lose my buffer to Beat of Death. It'll do 2, and then 2, and then blip. Damn. Don't forget Nunchaku. Okay. That was what I was thinking about. Playing this and this gives me the Nunchaku energy to play Shockwave. But then I take damage. 1 hit point of damage to get rid of my buffer. Could also just save Art of War for the energy. Don't worry about the Shockwave. We have a second one. Also, this Weakened Vuln doesn't play right now. Headbutt the Shrug. If I headbutt Shrug and Master of Strategy, I can then Shrug, but I'm digging really deep with no energy. That's fine if I hit things I don't plan on playing, like Barricade, Corruption, but it's pretty bad if I hit things like Evolve. How important is it to get this Weakened Vuln off? Didn't I just say he's not going to be able to hurt me anyway? There's still a bum draw that could ruin my day here. You won't have the energy to play Shrug this turn. That's true. That's very true. No, I would, because I could headbutt and then body... No, it doesn't work. Okay, I say we just pass the turn then. Unless I really believe in this. 30 damage for 2 energy because of Art of War. And I don't. Not currently, at least. Alright, let's move. I am so incredibly vulnerable. Big hit. Okay, that's kind of good, because as long as we don't take massive amounts of damage, we're fine. Also, I can shockwave him. Shockwave is groovy. Turn kind of blows otherwise. Unless I want to battle trance my way. Tell you what, actually, playing very few cards is good for good old pocket watch. So how about we slimed shockwave? I believe in that. Shockwave is getting played. It's definitely not getting second-winded, so let's just get that out of my face right now. I want that evolve down right now. Very important, because he's put in a burn, daze, avoid, and a wound, and I don't know what order they're coming, and I don't want it to slow me down. Made second wind free. Does keep the turn going and keeps me drawing. I draw for 2 and I get rid of a slime, but the slime draws because of evolve now, so it's not all that bad to have around. On the other hand, the faster I thin my deck down, the happier I will be. A burn could block your buffer if you draw it, not with second wind blocking me here. The slime, of course, would be a problem, but I won't play any card that doesn't block right now. The slime blocks and the battle trance draws, so I think we just leave it be here. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, goodbye buffer. Clunk. And then in comes the staggering, mighty 0/15 of the heart. The void is here. Kind of wishing second wind was here to get rid of all this junk. Yeah, like getting rid of barricade, but maybe not corruption. I have my bash dropkick already if I want to start farming self-forming clay, which I might. Nothing wrong with taking damage because it's actually positive block to take damage right now, thanks to barricade. Yeah, actually, taking a lot of damage here is good. If anything, I shouldn't have weakened him, because if he did 1/15, that's 45 barricaded block with self-forming clay. That's a net 30 boost over bringing him down to 1/15. The difference being that if he was 1/15, I couldn't farm block right now. Yeah, block is also damage courtesy of body slam. I think I need to play a bunch of cards and take damage right now. Like bash to make sure the vulnerable is there. It's a shame enlightenment is here. Do we have a way to dig a little deeper? Exhume would exhaust. I think we just have to get moving here and take some damage. Ow. Ow. Ooh, enlightenment is here. Barricade is a liability. I might actually want to play it. Yeah. Yeah, it's the only thing really worth bringing down in cost anymore. And it only lasts for 1 turn anyway. If I just get barricade out of my face, then life becomes better. Next turn, we have an off turn, so we can do what we want. I wish what I want was getting rid of that havoc, though. And I also kind of wish that you exhausted, but you don't. Alright, well, it makes carnage cheaper, right? Let's get you out of my face. Power Through is here to say, I can still be of use to you, sir. No point disarming the heart. He removes all negative strength debuffs every 3rd turn. There is an argument for bringing back Discovery. You know, I can exhume Discovery, discover, and maybe get another card like Feel No Pain that helps me out enormously here. Or I could get Junk. Getting Junk obviously slows things down, but getting something good would be amazing. There's also the idea of keeping Exhume around for an emergency. Don't know what that emergency would be, though. Currently, it could bring Shockwave back and just keep the heart permanently weak and vulned, because I don't want to have to chew through Artifact in this fight whatsoever. Not that it's difficult to do, I just don't want to do it. Maybe Apotheosis. Discovery can't be Apotheosis. It's going to be a card of your character's color, so a red card. Just deal damage, right? If I Carnage, I just want to take more pinging with my self-forming clay. It is net +1 health for me every time I take a hit right now. Doesn't the heart purge vulnerable weak? No, the heart does not purge debuffs except negative strength. You can see that here. When he buffs, he cleanses strength down, he gives himself strength +2, and then he gets an additional buff. The additional buff depends on how far into the fight you are. First time it's 2 artifact, then it's +1 Beat of Death. Then it's Painful Stabs, which gives you wounds every time you take damage from him, other than through Beat of Death. Then he gets Strength 10, and he gets Strength 50 every turn afterwards. So you cannot hang around here forever. Not that I want to. Anyway, Carnage is getting played. I need the damage done, even if it's only 24 right now. You have to believe I am tempted by Shockwave right now. Because if I don't get Shockwave on the next turn, and there's no good reason to think that I will, then I have 2 artifact to chew through. And his Weaken will be gone by the time he's back to play again. Alright, believe in yourself. Oh, hello, True Grit. Actually, it's Havoc that I want to get rid of. Havoc could hit anything, we just don't know what. Alright, do I start building up block now? Just a little bit of it? Sure, and I don't want that burn coming back. We could keep the turn going. The worrying thing is if I find Second Wind, there's good stuff and bad stuff to get rid of here. What would be a good draw at this point? Power through in Second Wind. I have extra energy next turn, worth remembering. Yeah, Void self-exhausts. Don't waste your time by discarding or exhausting the Void. It goes away on its own. The Wound will come back. None of the other statuses he gave me will come back, because I think I got rid of the Slime, right? No, I didn't. Okay, the Slime will be back, but it self-draws, thanks to Evolve, so it's not a big deal. Just power through and save the energy, I guess. Not liking all these wounds, but like I said, they still draw a bit. Extra draw. Hey, Shockwave is here, so we were always going to get it anyway. I guess I can just keep him forever weak and vulned, truly. Enlighten makes that an easier choice to make. A lot of things make things easier here. No longer being frail, getting my Shrug, Battle Trance, both my drop kicks. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's go, Dejro. See what we have under here. Slime is fine. What just drew there, by the way? Ah, Slime with Evolve. Might actually get rid of that Slime at this point, though. I was hoping for something I could further enlighten. Don't know what it would be, though. Uppercut, probably. Even that might not be worth it, though. Keep getting rid of the Slime at this point. Yeah, I want to narrow my deck down something fierce. Keep that draw coming. I think it's time to say goodbye to Carnage, though. Alright, there's Bash. Keep the truly eternal Weaken Vuln here. I want that second one with my power through, which I could get. I do get. Okay, well that's excellent. That gets rid of my Battle Trance, which might be bad. Do I want to keep Ghostly Armor? I might be very, very short on good block cards, but on the other hand, I want my deck nice and tight. And tight is just not happening right now. Ghostly Armor, power through Second Wind's a lot of block. There's nothing that I could Battle Trance into that saves my bacon here. Well, is it a lot of block? That's 7 block. And actually, if I just get rid of it here, it draws and blocks for 5. I'm going to draw Body Slam and slam into the heart anyway. Don't worry about that. That is an assured thing that's going to happen. Alright, let's believe. Bye, Battle Trance. Hopefully not a bad idea. So hard to know what to do. This is not an easy deck to understand. I could actually Body Slam and then headbutt the Body Slam for even more damage. Which I will. Because this fight still needs to be won by me. And then we definitely draw into it and we have some reasonable block. I could even Distilled Chaos that Body Slam and deal 25 damage. No thanks. Let's move. By Corruption. Not Corruption, Carnage. Still have 20 cards in the deck, which is not a pleasant number. Second Wind is here to try and help me out with that. The Corrupt Heart is here to help me with my block problem. Got too much block weighing me down. But would you look at that, we have Body Slam, Headbutt, Body Slam. Yeah, in the end, the only way to win here is to kill the heart before it kills me, so... it's fine, I don't need the double damage on the body slam. Single damage is plenty. And he's capped. Do I keep the turn going, or do I move... do I end the turn, or do I keep it moving? Dealing damage is useless now, but drawing a lot of wounds and second winning them away is a good idea. It's also time for corruption to go, I think. It means Master Strategy goes away as well, but the idea of getting rid of some of this junk is too appealing. I also want even more block. Even more block? Sorry, Fiendfire. Second wind gets rid of wound, enlightenment, ghostly armor, draws a ton. Yeah, thanks for everything you've done, ghostly armor, but you are surplus to requirements. Unless I want to pummel strike into potentially more. I do, actually. Aha, and we got it. More block. Fiendfire? Fiendfire could get rid of Havoc at long last. Yeah, but this gets rid of Havoc as well. Goodbye. Alright, now my deck is looking a lot better. It's only 15 cards. Alright, very bad day to be the heart right now. There's nothing really to set up, unless I want to uppercut my way through his artifact, but there's no point. We've already done the artifact damage that we can. I want to be fairly assured of my draw right now. The wound actually draws for me, so let's say goodbye to Fiendfire. Alright, feeling good. I can happily deal with this because I am not I'm not vulnerable and he is weakened, so life is now good. We are officially in the good part of this fight. Body Slam is rapidly running out of damage that it can do, but I am not. Bring that back to me. Do it again. Kill him. Bring me more cards. Power through. Second wind. Keep the block going. It was never your day, corruption. Goodbye. Whew. A lot of judgment calls to be made on this run, but I think we can all be quite assured in glorious success here. Womp. Womp. And the card that made it all happen. I got you for one fight. Blap. Whoa! All too easy, frankly. Just call me the Chad Master. Master Chad. The red guy renegade. You know, just whatever makes the most sense for you. And bring that streak up to 4 with the Ironclad. This was not a great deck, but we wrestled it into working, and our relic support was just amazing. And is there a single relic here that didn't play? Healed 1/4/4 with Burning Blood, 80 cards drawn with Gambling Chip, 42 doubled attacks with Pen Nib, and that really got me out of some jams. Much needed energy with Happy Flower and Nunchaku. We blocked a lot of big hits with the Helix. Matryoshka gave us 2 relics, and they were good relics. Self-Forming Clay and something else. The Panda Box is the one sucky thing here. How many of these did we either not want or remove? Bearing in mind that we got 9 cards here. I didn't like Ghostly Armor. I didn't like Double Tap. I didn't like Combust. I didn't like Havoc. I got rid of Thunder Crap. I think I got rid of Flex. We kept getting free barricades anyway, and I got rid of Heavy Blade, so... yay for getting Disarm out of this Panda Box. Awful. Like, D-tier Panda Box right here. The one saving grace is that it didn't give us many attacks, because the one thing we wanted were fewer attacks. Anyway, amazing. Endless free Demon Forms and Barricades. Self-Forming Clay just gave us 78 block in that Heart Fight, or thereabouts. 45 card drawn with Pocket Watch. 48 block with Orichalcum. Strawberry's just always nice assurance, and given how low our health went, I was glad to have that. How low did we go? I feel like we went to 7 or below. Fusion Hammer, I needed the energy, but my god, were we in upgrade austerity. Ice Cream really helped out in the final fight, so did Art of War. Didn't see much out of Gremlin Horn, but there has to be something that doesn't do the lifting. Gremlin Horn is great early, and it just doesn't do much at the end. Backup preparation combined with Gambling Chip. Oh, so good. Toolbox never let me down. Gave me the card I needed for Enlightenment, even if I fat-fingered it. And then Mummy Hand at the very end. What a great run. And of course, the greatest thing about it is my performance. It was really good. And you gotta let me have these moments of patting myself on the back, because every so often things come along to drag me through the dirt, and it is invariably because of the monsters that inhabit chat. You have put forward punishment games that I have to now run through because I've done some cursed challenges in the past, and my failure begets those punishment games. Looking at the time, it might be a little tight, but let's see if we can do both of them. That was a long run. But that means I'm going to need a little bit of time, maybe even 5 or 10 minutes to limber myself up after that great run, and then we will set up for our punishment games. So until then, I will be right back.